Do Knowledge Radio, the place where knowledge is born.
Knowledge Radio.
This is 3K.
Think Tank.
This is 3K.
Hey.
This is 3K.
I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. Who ran, who ducked, who drew down, return fire. We're the warriors, the healers, enlighten us. I'm tired of the same old, that game old with an upgrade. I'm a sunbathed in the sun rays while my guns blazing, they complain. Devil, my level not attainable. My metal, not malleable. I'm a man, didn't need that manual. Reparations is incalculable. Yeah, we want it in blood. Dead in the begging, head in the beheading. Metal to the meddling. Members is aggressive. Getting to the Armageddon. Karma, seem calmer when it comes to retribution. Caliber, catalyst in my clips and I use them on traitors and haters and the ones that spread confusion. Cause the devil's playground wasn't built for our amusement. Hey, meet me at the guard hour. Hey, in these strange days, you gon' need a strong counter. Spin like Beyblade. Impenetrable armor, Orient aura. This story, this saga get gory before it get calmer. Keep holding that revolutionary posture. 85 gon' dip and dodge her, but when they get monster, they turn into MC like earrings and become door knockers. I'm irate, they pirate the culture, send them to Davy Jones' locker. It's okay. Let them think that you lost it. Be patient, this type of thing you can't force it. Play possum, but nah, not know what the road then. They can't comprehend cause the language is coded. We plan ideas and we plan explosives. Make your pockets go for more bits or more bread. The portal done open, they can't close it. You ain't got a sideline, you could cause more risk. No set birth date, no Dorian Gray portraits. It's about to get ugly and these devils can't forfeit. Ancestral memories, so no, I won't forget. What we building is an impenetrable fortress for sure. Every show is just like a core ship, and my flow for sure tighter than your gal's corset. It's okay. We are the source, you can't outsource it. Even Spartans don't want no parts, Neff. What do you know? Before you know it, 3,000 wild Africans at your doorstep. Hey, meet me at the guard hour. Hey, in these strange days, you gon' need a strong counter. Spin like Beyblade. No, we will not cower while the rest they play safe. We will move with God's power. This is not for play. Honor my ancestors, play the Orient. Peace to you, loved ones, stay dangerous and stay safe. AKAs and AKs coming to make their caves cave. Wreck the race like take case, stay dangerous and stay safe.
Yeah, peace from Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio, in place of Knowledge Born Show. Knowledgebornallah. I got my fam in the building, man. I got the gods in the building, man. All the way from all over the universe. Wherever they slapping people who get out of pocket, wherever information gets fucked up, however it goes, whatever it is, we started off at the beginning and we here now. I think this officially my wrap-up show. I can't say with surety that this is my last show of 2022, but it'd be damn near close. Okay, I'll be frightened if I'll be like, yeah, I'm saying, sir, this is my last joint for the year. You know, never know. You understand what I'm saying? And we got two pillars, man. We got two pillars that arguably, I said right before we went live, had the greatest rookie, non-rookie podcast season in the universe. They came in like a whirlwind, you understand what I'm saying, and took the world by storm, man. You see what I'm saying? They became a household name in their rookie season. Their rookie podcast season, everybody and their mother, okay? From the dude on the corner to Tariq Nasheed know about this colossal dream team. You understand? You see the all-star team, you see in the Olympics or, you know, once during the season, during the all-star break, man, nah. Every game, every podcast, every show, all-star. You understand what I'm saying? So we get two of the dynamic dream team in the building today. My brother, the guy, B Moore's own. We got Philly, the Philly John, the Philly boy in the building. You understand what I'm saying? Philly stand
Absolutely.
up. B More stand up. You understand? One time for Melvinier podcast. Roam the plug. Philly Ray Valentine. Peace.
Salute.
Yeah,
Brickyard, Philadelphia. Brickyard, Philadelphia.
peace and love, yo. Peace and love to Philly. Peace and love to be more always, yo. Yo, man, thanks for having us on, bro. You know what I mean? That's all I can say, yo.
Absolutely.
And I
Appreciate
got
you.
my sister,
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying? She multitasking over there. She turning water into wine. You understand what I'm saying? She's shaking it up. She breaking it up. That's another one of them Phillyites. You understand what I'm saying? The Philly, Philly, where I am from, up in this.
I felt like riding through Philly. I felt like it felt like home, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
It felt like home.
Because
it looked like home. You
they call us the cousin cities, right?
Like we cousin cities, bro. Like yo, Baltimore
with the same potholes.
Yeah.
Definitely
cousin cities.
Cousin cities with the same potholes. You know what I'm saying? To be more man in the building. Let's give it up.
Orleans, bro. These niggas don't have like whole streets be unpaved down here. It's different.
Wow. Give it up there for the God, man. Even X in the building. You understand what I'm saying? And then we got to go all the way up top, upstate New York. You understand what I'm saying? We got the God in the building, man. Out of the rock, man. The rock's on. You see what I'm saying? He slid up in here, sly and fly like he do. You understand what I'm saying? Orisha Street hops on, man. My brother in the building. Stick alone.
Hey,
Salute.
Family reunion in this motherfucker.
What up? Kale, everybody. What up, Eva? What up, Baba? What up, family? Billy Ray Valentine. Bro, what up, fam? What's going on? How y'all feeling?
Chilling.
We are here to get a roundup, man. What's happening?
Blessed to be here.
Yeah, on it.
Before we get into the year review, man, I just want to hear from y'all real quick. I know y'all witnessed this. You know what I'm saying? We in the podcast universe. You see what I'm saying? Is going on. It's something heavy. I want to hear y'all, perspective on the whole Math Hopper, expert opinion, J Hood, Shaheem, entanglement, SP fallout. You understand what I'm saying? I need y'all perspectives. What's good? Talk to me, Ron. Talk to me, Billy Ray, man.
All right. So I was saying, listen, yo, I'm a Sagittarius, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me and Styles P 2 days apart. You know what I'm saying? I'm rock whatever Styles P say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen. If Styles P say him OJ Hood 60 bands, bro, that's what I'm riding with. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, bro. Outside of the art, just staying true to on some personality type. Like, I just don't see that in them guys. You know what I'm saying? Now I could possibly be wrong. You know what I mean? And if I was proven wrong, I stand on it and say I was wrong. But I don't see, especially where those guys are in their life now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see anybody having to lie about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys are successful artists. Like, granted, they didn't achieve the sort of success that they should have, but they achieved some form of success. And I think, when it comes down to booking people, bro, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my expert opinion. And it's not a shot at them or nothing, bro, but they got a whole team up there. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole team of people set up there, bro. Like, to have, I think it was tacky to have P come up there, never mention J Hood. You know what I'm saying? And then to bring J Hood on and mention Styles P and the whole D Block situation. I think that shit was distasteful and tacky. You know what I'm saying? I don't put that on Math. I put that on the team. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have different sectors that's working collectively, to make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? For me, I thought it was distasteful journalistically. I would have never did no shit like that. Like, I would have made it fair. Like, if I had Styles on, I'd have asked about J Hood, knowing I had J Hood coming on, and vice versa. if you did it that way, it's fair. It's fair. You know what I'm saying? It's fair game. You can't criticize them otherwise. It just looks biased. And I understand what Styles is coming from, bro. I can't hold you.
I was able to hear everybody's perspective. So at first I felt like it's kind of the same way Rome felt, but after hearing everybody's perspective, I look at it like nobody really had any malicious intent. It's just the way everything turned out. The two interviews were scheduled the same week. As content creators, I think we have a responsibility just to be honorable. And I think Math did an honorable thing by tried to reach out to the Locks as a team. He tried to reach out to all three or whatever, and let them know what before he dropped the interview. So I just look at it like, as content creators, we should be able to have the luxury to be neutral in these situations, and people going to talk about what they want to talk about. Now, I don't think after hearing from all three people, I look at it like it's a misunderstanding. I don't think I don't think J Hood's intent was to embarrass them or anything. I understand all sides. And I just look at it like all that business stuff ain't none of our business.
That's true too.
They can handle that behind the scenes.
That's true too.
I think Doggy Diamond, shout out to Doggy Diamond, you know what I'm saying? He's like our hero. You know, he gave a proper assessment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
From the perspective of a pioneer content creator. See what I'm saying? Like pioneer, like trailblazer, like he blazed his path. There was no path before him. You see what I'm saying? As far as what we do. And he gave an analysis, knowing both sides, knowing both people also. Relationships is everything. You see what I'm saying? And then knowing, Math as well. I think his perspective was unique and profound. It's his perspective. You see what I'm saying? So he presented the struggles that we have as content creators. Y'all know. You see what I'm saying? A while ago, it wasn't everybody and their mother doing what we doing. It was muddied waters, you know what I'm saying, already striving to get people on and all of that. And we went from interviewing people to watching them interview people.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
So that perspective, just jumping in his lane with no real forethought, like no background, no nothing like that, makes the situation that's muddy already more muddy and murky. You see what I'm saying? So now you're in a space like, okay, Doggy broke it down like relationships being soiled based off of who you interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Relationships being soiled. Like I know from my own personal relationships is everything. So if me and Rome fall out and me and Billy Ray still cool, and I holler at Billy Ray to come, you know what I mean, do some things with me and shit, Rogan be like, oh shit, yo, this motherfucker went and you understand? Like that's it gets muddy like that. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Especially if y'all still close, y'all still fam. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's third party. We literally went through this shit with weirdo motherfuckers in 2022. 100% in real life. In real life, we went through it with weirdo motherfuckers in 2022. You understand? So it's not like we saying this shit from a speculative place. Like, oh yeah, nah, we went through this shit real life.
I ain't gonna, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So, and it's not no bread involved. It's not nothing involved. It's just ambition. It's motivation, and then shit getting skewed based off of delusions of grandeur and all kind of weirdo shit. Not nothing real. Like real people gonna do what real people do. You see what I'm saying? So when he said that, he broke it down. He went into more detail. So for the family that's listening, I would advise y'all to go check out his breakdown on the whole situation because he got a different eye and different ear than what we got as far as it up close. You see what I'm saying? Like I seen some shit lately. I've been looking at it a little funny. So I ain't really gonna speak on it. I'm gonna just say like we understand how it go with certain people with certain bullshit, and who you learn from, it shows. Who you learn from, it shows. So if you was watching some of these other cats that ain't us do they thing, you're gonna come do that. Or if you seen some of these other cats over here, they're like controversy, they're gonna play the controversy role. You see what I'm saying? I guess in that marketing mix, you gotta have a little something of all of that, whatever that case may be. But it's never supposed to be at the expense of what you came to do, unless you came to be on the bullshit. If you straight up on the bullshit, if you came to be on the bullshit, you got the leotards and all that weirdo shit. Like if that's what you gotta do, that's the part of what you gotta do. Don't get serious with me though. I seen you in the leotard. I see you with a dress on. Don't get serious with me, fam. You understand? Don't try to play that role.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it be shit like that. Like, nah. So there's a lane to choose. You see what I'm saying? It's not this or that, but it's the lane to choose. And whatever lane you in, that's the lane that you in. You see what I'm saying? If you got a versatile lane, keep it versatile. Don't be trying to get specific because they'll be looking at you funny as shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's just interesting to know that these things is out there and what it cost you over the years. Because he broke down what it cost him over the years. You see what I'm saying? So going into 2023, hopefully we learn some lessons on the part. Me, Roland. You know, I got long-winded for a second. Wait.
Nah, bro. Like, it's funny you just bring up weird niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit it just touched home for me. You know what I mean? So you was preaching. You was preaching for a quick minute, man. You know what I mean? Like I came like, yo, bro, like I of course you know what I'm saying? But I came from doing the show with a weird ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then I started my own shit. I started. No, let me say this right because I want to say it properly because Billy Ray is my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the furthest thing from a weird ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Which is why he's here. You know what I'm saying? Which is why he's on the team. Like, bro, like we started this based off on like some being on code, holding each other accountable, brother to brother, you know what I'm saying? Man to man, this is steel sharpening steel type situation. That's what the Melvin Ed podcast, that's what it started as. And let's just say we had one who thought he was sharp, you know what I'm saying? But it was a dull blade, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say it was a dull blade in the shelf. You feel me? And nigga was a weirdo. And nigga still do weird. He do when you know what I'm saying, son do weird shit. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with us, bro, like we the everyday black man. You know what I'm saying? We the brother in the barbershop that you gonna have a conversation with, sit down and be able to talk about a little bit of everything with. While for your experience there during your cut. You know what I'm saying? Like the barbershop is kind of just like the perfect experience where you can experience like, yo, you ever step foot in the barbershop and get your hair cut, bro. You talk about a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Talk about a little bit of everything. It's sports, relationships, politics, religion. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of everything. Street shit. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of everything. That's what we are, bro. Like we talk about a little bit of everything. Like we everyday people, but at the same time, we on code. We got a message in everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? It's a message in everything that we do. Even the funny shit, bro. Cause I like to laugh, bro. I like to laugh, bro. So I find I find something funny in everything. So for me, I like everybody don't get my sense of humor. But what they do get is the real shit that I kick, you know what I'm saying, through my experiences and things that I observe. And from my perspective, I'm a 39-year-old man. I'm a 39-year-old black man, and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Like, from my perspective, from things that I see, things that me and my A likes, you know what I'm saying? Me and my A likes, you know what I'm saying? Rap about, bro, that's why we here. I know there's more people, it's more like-minded people like us. It's more guys, it's more black men that had these experiences but don't have the outlet to talk about these things. And you know what I'm saying? That's why we here. I talk about my baby mother issues. You know what I'm saying? I talk about my relationship issues. I talk about my ain't shit days. Like we talk well about everything. You know what I'm saying? Politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I just had my peoples on the show, bro. Like, yo, I am the oldest of 3. I'm the oldest of 3. I have a trans sibling. I have a transgender sibling and a gay brother. You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere else. There's nowhere else on. You know what I'm saying? I can't say nowhere else. But for just out looking, bro, there's nowhere else you can get that type of perspective or conversation outside of the Melvin Ed podcast, bro. Because there ain't so many people doing podcasts doing that shit.
Especially the type of brothers we are, and the type of things we stand for.
Right.
And the fact that Rome used the word on cool, and that's something that's passionate, that we're passionate about. That's what we live. So for us to have the versatility and the understanding to be able to communicate and have an open mind to be able to engage with people with lifestyles that we might not agree with shows that we're with our growth and our capacity.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I'm proud of with just being a part of it, is just to show that as Black men, as everyday Black men, like Rome mentioned, we had the capacity to talk about anything. We had the capacity, and we could keep it respectful, but we can still maintain our dignity.
Facts.
Right. Let me bring my sister in the building. You understand? We got the guy. She been over there waiting. You understand what I'm saying? She pouring out a little Henny over there. You understand? I don't know what she's drinking. That ain't none of my business. You understand? Well, one half of Seasons of the Sun podcast that come on every other Saturday right here on Duke Knowledge Radio. She got Virgo Virgin Talk. She got everything. Less nobody's. She an entrepreneur. She a boss. She a god. She in the building, man. Sunshine Monet L.
Hey, peace, y'all.
Hey.
What's going on? I got my family in the building. The family reunions up in here, okay? Family reunions on top of family reunions up in here. You know what I'm saying? So,
appreciate the introduction. Hey y'all.
love, man. It's love. You know it's love. Stiggs, man, talk to us, man. Talk Reezy to us, man. Talk Reezy to us, man.
Peace to the queen. Yeah, now I was trying to catch my mute button. My background a little loud. I'm at the studio, and we got an event going on next door. We got some space, so you might hear a little bit of rumbling going on. So I've been muting my mic. You know what I mean? However, shoot, I'm excited to be here, meeting the brothers. You know what I mean? Getting to build with you, Knowledge Born. Well, you don't get your flowers enough for the work you put in. Real talk, no cap. Real talk, man. You man, your joy. I'll be checking from a distance. You stay on the move, and it's a few brothers that I met recently that were speaking very highly of you, and they never met you before. So I just wanted to give you a salute, your shout out, and all that for the work you put in. Real talk. You know what I mean? We were doing a recent street hop in the morning. I look forward to doing some more of that, which is the name of a project that I have coming out soon, a recent street hop. Also got something called Stigmatic coming out probably before that. So we over here working. I'm glad to see your familiar face and see brothers and the Queen Sister Goddess over here. That's allies, comrades. About that purpose. You know what I mean? So yeah, we here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's not even our new year yet. You know what I mean? But we gonna ride with it though.
We're gonna ride with it. We're gonna ride with it.
We're gonna rock, yo. Anybody now that's introduced me to, bro. It's more of a matter of
Stiggs, yo.
It's over. It's already overstood. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell y'all, man.
It's already overstood.
You got some fam in the building, man. That's definitely high caliber. You know what I mean? High caliber. not to use that dead motherfucker language, high value and shit, high caliber. Okay, 'cause he killed that shit for everybody else. People can't use it no more. As soon as I say high caliber, look,
can we leave the term high value 2022?
Right, leave that motherfucker in.
Let's leave that shit
2011.
Listen, I'm not gonna front.
Bro, check this out. I'm gonna show you some magic real quick. Okay. As soon as I said high caliber, one of the most high caliber MCs stepped in the building, just like that. Like as soon as I said high caliber stepped in the building. You understand what I'm saying? VA's finest, man. Like there's the map of Virginia, and then there's the map man of Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? There's the map man. You see what I'm saying? This is the map man. You understand? This is the map man for VA, man. VA's finest, VA's trillest, VA's realest, one of the illest that ever spit coming out of VA, putting VA on his back. You see what I'm saying? Let's give it up, man. For one half of one of them dynamic duos in the building, man. Put them W's up, man. For Joe Mafia in the building. You understand what I'm saying? Just like that. I said high caliber. He was like, "Oh,
hey, glass, yo."
Salute.
Yo. Before you, let bro get his intro in, man. Like we gonna get the business, man.
Okay.
We gonna get the business, man.
Peace, man. Joe Mafia, man. Checking in with the guys. What's going on, man?
Peace.
Salute, man. Salute.
Peace.
How y'all feeling on this evening, man? We about to be done with this year, so I know it's a whole lot of big things going on, a lot of trees shaking right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I ain't gonna front, bro. Like, yo, we gonna get some shit shaking when we find out when Joe Mafia touch it down on the Melvin A podcast, yo, 2023.
No doubt, man. We already on that. You put it in existence. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, and you look like my cousin. Like, yo, I swear to God, bro. You look like, yo, I swear to God, bro. I see your picture right now. You look like my cousin, man. Like, yo, that shit's crazy.
Hey, yo, that nigga get bitches
Joe,
too.
Remember I told you, I had you on the phone with my man. I was like, my man in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Right here.
Okay.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
you in B-more?
I ain't in B-more. Actually, I'm in VA, but I just got back from Maryland, man. I patched in Maryland just for Christmas. It was like a real quick whip wop. You know what I'm saying? Just checking on family and all that. It was like I actually came like right back.
I got family out VA too, for real, in Northern VA.
Okay. Well, like Alexandria and stuff like that, right?
A little bit like Bridge.
Okay, yeah, that's a little up, but it's cool, son. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing for me to get shaken, man.
I got a little bit of fam out there for real.
That's cool.
Right.
I used to
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good place, man. It's, you know, people right now, people in party mode right now, though. You know, it's a 3-day weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's like people losing their minds right now, son. I'm telling you. It's like the city is up. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the best place to be. You know, I be doing some work in a little bit. Yo, I got a studio tonight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be patching in.
Yo, man, like, listen, man. I've been listening to since I could remember, man. Like, yo, now it was like, yo, son. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Joe Mafia, my man. I'm like, yo, like, say less. You know what I'm saying? Like, say less, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna pull up.
Hey, that's
take a moment, bro.
Like,
let this man know what he means to you, man. You know what I'm saying? You here right now. Talk to him right quick, man. Because he'll get people talking slick to him. He get people talking crazy to him. He'll get people talking slick to him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk to him, man.
I don't brag, but as far as like on the interview tip, like I'm one of them guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of them guys, man. Like I cut my teeth. I didn't put some of the interviews in with some of the best. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like historically, currently, like whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm a hip hop savant at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm 39 years old.
Yeah,
as far as I can remember, I've been listening to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? My mom's had me at 16, bro. So like,
yeah, that's real.
mom's had me
That's
at
real.
16, bro. So like, you know what I mean? Like I grew up on everything. On everything niggas, you know what I'm saying? On everything niggas grew up on, bro. I grew up on that shit.
Yeah, you was hip. You was
I
hip.
was
Your
hip.
mom kept you hip. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Same thing for me.
And
You know
now
what I
I'm here.
mean? Same
So
thing.
like now, you know, you fast forward. So like for me, I consider myself, I still remember what it was and have an understanding of what it is today.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like,
Right.
I feel like I have a balance of understanding with culture to this day. It's not too much this way and that way. I can cut it down, but you know what it is.
Yeah, no doubt.
I can cut it and let you know what it is, man. Like yo, me, knowledge to tell you, bro. Like I don't even go on a resume. I did a little bit of everybody, a little bit of everybody. So you know what I'm saying? Like
this like extended family right here with knowledge. You know what I'm
line
saying?
it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing, man. Like just like me talking about it right now. Like knowledge is the conduit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to me, he got my hip. Like he got my he got the backbone. He got the line. You know what I'm saying? So you have the line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how we working, man. We making decisions and we got direction. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Yeah, that's
We
that's
definitely
what's
line it
making
up.
it shaky. Yeah, no question, man. Sooner than later too, because I'm gonna be moving around. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna be in your neck of the woods like sometime next week, like after the 5th.
Yo, I'm with it. We can line it up. Like yo, I record every Wednesday. If you're here on a Wednesday, we make it happen.
Yeah, that'll be dope, man. Cause I got some business going on up there. I know it's gonna be like by the 5th because they were trying to get me up there to come right back, and I'm like, man, like I still got gifts for people and all this stuff, man. I'm still dealing with, you know what I mean, that holiday. You understand what I'm saying? But you know,
Yo,
it's
my
really
studio.
cool.
Listen, my studio is is in East, right off East 40.
Okay. All right. So you right in the mix.
Close
You
to
right in the mix.
downtown, but it's right off East 40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you right.
right there, bro.
Yeah, man. I got a cousin up there and all that, man. My sister be commuting up there too, like back and forth, like you know what I'm saying. So yeah, man, it's nothing. Be more.
Nah,
That's like
we
that's the
line it up. We
backyard.
line it up, man. We line it up,
Okay,
bro.
no doubt, no doubt.
See
We're
how you
shaking, man. What's going on with the brothers, man? How the brothers
Well,
be?
Mark, man, give us 2022 to 2023. I know you about to go in right now, so I need y'all to mute right quick. Go, Mark, man, talk to us 2022 to 2023.
I mean, I'm knowing that 2022 was really ever since this pandemic thing that hit. It's been like a year of great loss, man. You know what I'm saying? Like even beyond the COVID thing, I think it's been more like personal tragedies as far as like people and their goals and their ambitions and certain stuff that they're trying to push towards dying inside of them. But that's like really what I use to push it more, be more forward thinking instead of being trapped in not being emotion. That's why I just said to the brother, I was like, yo, it's about direction and decisions. Like 2022 has really been a year of a lot of procrastination because of things that's certain things beyond our control, even though we don't like those things. But it for me personally, so I can imagine, just speaking hypothetically, that other people got to be feeling like I'm feeling because it's almost like the more that I push, it's like it's not valid, but at the same time, it's met with a uncanny resistance. You understand what I'm saying? Where it almost has you in a kind of funk to be like, man, but you got to know, like, if you really trying to be a forward thinker, or you trying to move, or you trying to execute, because that's what it's about right now. Like a lot of people twiddling their thumbs and up in the air about a whole lot of things, but this year has been the year for you to get like 2 steps ahead. Like I'm in 2024 right now. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like all these, people talking about, doing these business plans and stuff like that. All right, that's cool. We was talking about that last year though. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's about, cutting that ribbon, breaking the ground, setting up these meetings, putting this content out, being the conduit to be making these connections that's, like the movers and the shakers. Like the people that's really controlling the narrative is the people that make decisions with direction, man. Like that's really what this is about, bro. Like nothing more, nothing less. I don't even care if it's bad. it's a direction, son. It's a decision that you're making to take the whole full ride of the accountability that comes along with it. But at least the key word is you determine about your emotion. And I say all that just to say that, like, 2023 got to be about motion, bro. I'm talking about direct, not no indirect, not no procrastination, not no I get around to it. It's like, nah, if you thinking like that, you already late. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you got to be ahead of it. It's almost like, like when you know something coming, like how we grew up or whatever. We do some bullshit in the street, and then we get in the crib. We try to get in front of it, like trying to throw them off the center, or whatever. Like, just in case they done heard something or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do with these ideas and these things that we not executing on, man. Because time ain't our ally right now. You know what I'm saying? The only power to control the things that we can control is our direction and our decisions, man. You know what I mean? And just be executors. That's it. Everything you're saying, be less of a sayer and just do it. Don't try nothing. You know what I mean? That's it. Pretty much in a nutshell, bro. Like that's my whole goal. Like the vision board, I got everything checked up off of my joint. It's like now I need some new goals. You know what I'm saying? But I'm already in next year, so they're gonna come to me. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. What's going on with the brothers, man? What type of things y'all got going on?
Man. See that, man. See that?
You know what I'm saying?
That's how you get a Joe Mob hip hop quotable for life. Not just bars, it's life. It's life bars. You understand what I'm saying? He know how it go when he start talking some life bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't try to, I try not to run on and talk in circles because we all doing the knowledge to the information. Thing is, what we gonna do with the information? Like we been doing the knowledge. Like what we doing with the information? We doing or we not doing? That's it. That's it, bro. Like this year just been. I'm telling you, like as far as close to home, where things have been done in plain sight, like it's almost playing with your common sense, almost. You understand what I'm saying? Like really, like you looking at even certain situations or certain people, you're like, ah man, come on, man. I know you can't be serious, man. You know what I mean? Like for real. So it's like it's really about making decisions and having direction, and if ain't nothing conducive to you, to helping you get there, bro, cut it off. Dead it, starve it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean. It can't go with you where you going, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
You sound like you're familiar with Neely Fuller Jr. Because what you're speaking is just basic code, pretty much. Moving. Everything you doing is you ain't doing nothing that's non-constructive. Anything you do is constructive. You meeting with people. Y'all know what your agenda is ahead of time before y'all meeting. Y'all not sitting around lollygagging. Y'all not meeting to go to the club and go party all the time. Y'all meeting and y'all handling business. And that's the mindset our people need to be on. And so you absolutely correct. So when you talking about all that, that's what comes in my mind. The code of Neely Fuller Jr. try to teach us.
Now, Joe, look at that. Look at that. Remember the last time you came on in the Juju shit. You see what I'm saying? The last time you came on, when you had walked away from certain things, when cats knew you for certain things in a certain type of demeanor, they was good with that. So as soon as you became constructive, it became destructive for them. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you became constructive, it became destructive for them. And now you see how they resort to the shit. You see what I'm saying? In regards to how they trying to see you now. You see what I'm saying? Like they like, oh, you see what I'm saying? And we all identify with that because all you have to do is make a decision to change, and you'll see everybody around you. As long as they know you a certain kind of way, or they got you pegged a certain kind of way, or categorized a certain kind of way, or some kind of box, that's good for them. It ain't good for you. It ain't good for us, but it's good for them. So as soon as you make that decision, you see what I'm saying? Like you talked about taking inventory. You see what I'm saying? In all of these joints, you was doing the knowledge to, everything else that was going on. And it was like, yo, I'm taking inventory based off of this, and this. And boom, I'm going to make these moves. Like, nah, right. So you can't come to me with this. You can't come to me with that. It changes the trajectory of everybody around you because they don't know how to see you no more.
Yeah, man. And that's true. That's true indeed. Because once once you clear and you present on certain things, it's like things that probably will sit around and fester just because you might be there, but if you're not keen or hip, because I ain't never really been like by nature, just being born up north and all that. I'm not slow by nature. You understand what I'm saying? It's like I move like how where I'm from moves. I'm a forward thinker. I move fast and all this and that. But by me, moving to VA, I really had to it was almost like a speedball. It's like I got this go inside of me, but everything around me is on, laid back and just be cool, man. I'm sticking out like a sore thumb if I'm moving around here, like I would be moving around in Harlem or Brooklyn or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and helping me with my demeanor and as far as like understanding certain things, it really takes things out and set them out for me. Whereas when I did a lot of self-reflection and made a decision, you know what I'm saying, to go in a certain direction, that's when everything that wasn't magnetic just fell off me, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about as far as the females, the type of energy I was around. It's like I'm on a diet right now, son. You know what I'm saying? Like a power energy diet. You know what I mean? Just because I went into that realm, being on everything, like what we talking about, when we talking about it, all right, what we doing, what we not doing. Like that's all it is right now. I wake up like this, man. It ain't no taking a break. It's like it ain't no break. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, let's go, 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 go. But the key is rest, man. Don't get it twisted, because that's what sustains all of us. But don't be a rest haven though. You know what I mean? Don't take too much time, because the time we take procrastinating, we could have did just something that's conducive to the
Joe, what you
bigger
saying,
picture.
yo? Look, what you
You know
said?
what
Don't
I'm saying?
be a rest haven.
Yeah, don't be no rest haven. That could go, that could go any way.
Hey,
God, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. That's a moral
word,
code too. You know what I mean?
that's it. Word.
Straight up, man. But I always love the energy every time I come on this platform, because it's like it's like a return of energy. It's like I put it out and I get it back, and we just build. And we need that a lot, man. You need to be with like-minded people that ain't just talking about idle stuff, man. You don't get power in chitter chatter. You get power from building. You know what I mean? Yeah, like what is it? Like we get all this information, but what we gonna do with it, man? How we gonna make it manifest? You understand what I'm saying? And us just being like aware of how the culture is as far as music or just life in general. We the architects of all of that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being it, you just gotta know, bro. You gotta know what's for you, what's not for you, and you gotta have your feet, one in front of the other one. I don't care if it ain't, it ain't going. It's doing more than going nowhere, if that makes sense. At least you start. At least you got a direction. I don't care if somebody got to be like, yo, hold on, man. I see you going that way. Let me modify that for you. Let me tweak that for you a little bit. I see where you're going. You understand what I'm saying? But at least start going and take it upon yourself to do that instead of waiting around. Because like I said, time ain't our ally, son. You know what I mean? It's not.
That's another
You know
law
what I
of the
mean?
universe.
Yeah,
Another law of the
yeah.
universe. You gotta go
Sunshine, talk
towards it.
to us, Sunshine. What you got, Sunshine? You over there?
Oh,
Look,
I was just being a fly on the wall. I really feel what
yeah.
my man is saying. Like, this past year definitely been like a lesson on like sitting back and like resting, like, being personal about my stuff. Like, I started off 2022 in a car accident, and like I'm
Mm,
a worker. I wear many hats. And, knowledge will tell
yeah.
you I do it.
Very
And
fine.
I'm wearing myself thin, like with all these different bonds that I knew I had no business keeping up. It's just like, bro, like I feel like if I just stay in your space, eventually you gonna get it and you gonna do better. Like, and it's like,
Yeah,
nah,
right.
I kept getting them joints ripped away from me. Like the more I've been trying to hold on to these bonds, the harder they getting pulled from me. So I ended up the year I got hit by a car on Halloween. So now I have no
Mm,
choice but to sit down. Like, now you have no choice. Now ain't nobody checking for you. Ain't nobody hitting you up. Ain't nobody making like these people I was trying so hard to hold on to. Like, they not hitting for me
mm,
no more. They not like, the bonds have really been like the tears. So it's like, and then I really got to sit here like, yeah, it's time to really exercise your knowledge. I've been talking about being in tune with nature and the netter rules and all that stuff, but I wasn't exercising that shit. I'll be out here all year long moving like it's the middle of July, like worker bee, worker bee, worker bee all the time. It's like you go from that employment shit to like being an entrepreneur, but you still working like the employment stuff. Like that's what I was doing, and that's not how you're supposed to do it. So I got another like smack. Like I told you to sit down. Now you have no choice. Your leg is broke. What you gonna do? So I'm sitting, like really, taking in my lessons, letting go of the bonds that I was trying so hard to cling on to, and everything in between. Like I'm really exercising my knowledge. I'm being forced to do that because I am a knowledge hoarder. I love to learn. I love to learn, but I have a fear of exercising certain things. Yes, I bought some land out in Arizona, and I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm scared. It's just like I got all the supplies, I got everything I need. It's just all right, now go. I ain't get there yet. I'm still in Jersey. It's but it's cool. Aries season. I'm hopeful. I got my lesson.
Yeah, and you got your direction too. That's the main part. You know where you're going from here. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of how what happened to you up until this point, that's the lesson. Like, okay, man, you got your direction. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's peace though. Good luck in Arizona, man. Arizona popping too.
Yeah. Sun Valley, I was doing my homework with that area of Arizona because I know Southern Arizona. What's his name? Bill Gates got land down there. He's trying to start like a smart city. So like it's a lot of different zoning laws and all that stuff down that way. So I got it more so near like Colorado. Like you could see the mountains and stuff where the land is. And I drove out there in 2020. We drove across the country. I was on the land. I blessed the land, setting my intentions and all that. It was a beautiful experience. So all 2021, I'm just in my mind like manifest, like getting all my supplies, my knowledge, everything together. And I think 2022 was just like, all right, sit down. You manifested. Like sit down and let me do the. Because now everything can be in your hands. Like I have control issues. I got a lot of Virgo placements. I'm not ashamed of that. Like I like my feet in the dirt. That's the only way I feel like I'm swimming. But the universe is like everything can be in your hands.
Yeah, they moving towards that cannabis too.
West Arizona.
It's more like northeast Arizona.
Northeast
It's
Arizona.
Sun Valley.
I'm saying the wrong. You're right.
Yeah, they
near like
real big with the cannabis.
I lived there. Mom's is military. You know what I'm saying? It's like as a youngin, like I lived in Arizona for like you know what I'm saying, on the military. Hour from Tucson. You know what I'm saying? That's all I remember. It wasn't nothing, like super crazy or whatever, but like you're just saying Arizona. I'm like, yo, I should live in Arizona, man. Like yo, the year I lived in Arizona, it snowed.
Damn.
Yeah,
that was a phenomenon. That was a phenomenon.
Arizona, it snowed, bro. This shit was crazy.
Yo, I remember Arizona because when we used to travel over there to California, one time I ended up going, man, it was crazy, man. We hopped on. We had to end up getting a bus, yo. Man, it took like a day just to get across Arizona, son. Like, and it was
Arizona, big ass state, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, from one side to the other side, it takes almost 24 hours to get across that joint, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm going to sleep, waking up. That shit was like Groundhog Day, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and it's hot. You know what I'm saying? My suit, they got funky. This is like day number 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, look,
my nigga, man, no, bro, it's nothing worse than being like 8, 9 years old, going to the playground and gotta shake your shoes for scorpions.
Oh man,
that was a regular thing.
That's something I gotta get.
You had to shake your shoes for scorpions, by ants, snakes. Like it was a state where it was like, yo, like half the everything that lived around you could kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody join.
Yeah, going to the playground in Arizona, you had to shake your shoes.
Doing this podcast, Virgo Virgin Talk, and like during the month of December, we've been getting into the episodes of like Inkian and Lil. We've been going to like the religious books, talking about the lineage of Shem and Yakub and all of that. And this episode we got coming tomorrow, talking about the maps. So we've been getting into like the different theories and stuff like that about the different maps. And I know that there's one theory about like the map being upside down, and the land divided between Noah's sons isn't just in that area as we know it, but like Shem's descendants actually traveled to North America, and Ham to Africa, and Yafet to Eurasia, whatever you call it. And so like with that mindset, the way the map is set up, it would have like the 12 tribes of Israel actually being in the California, like Arizona type area. I don't know what led me to Arizona, because like that was a journey that I went through about like 8 years ago with trying to figure out like, all right, where I'm gonna do this at, because I've had it in my heart to like start my own temple, go off grid and all that for a minute now. It just came to me, and when it came to me, everything just lined up for it to happen. Like I found a really dope realtor, actually happened to be a brother, because I was like, bro, I feel some type of way about giving these people money for land, bro. I'm not trying to do it. The very next day, his brother entered my emails, and I called the city to verify that this man owned the land to sell it to me. And they were like, yeah. And then he let me finance it. And we just had this like mutual understanding of the different hardships I was going through in the process of me financing it. And like, it's just been aligning so well. Like, it really feels like that, like that's what it is. And like the more I learn about like lineage and like the maps and all that, it's just like, oh, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. You set up though. You set up for like generational, like whatever it is you're doing from the land. You set up. That's a fact.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to get it registered for agriculture. I want to put a temple on it, definitely. And like, I would love to have like a library, like a museum, period, with just Aboriginal art, our books and stuff, because these people took all our stuff and they put it in their museums. But being present, we got to give like more honor to our artists and our creators, like in a special way. Like we can't leave no room for, this to keep continuing. Like, oh, we keep taking y'all art and putting our faces on it, or your art isn't valuable until we sign you, or we give you an award from our, award show, whatever. Like, I also have my own award show that I do every year. That's also something that I want to start doing on the land. But if you my website, y'all can.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, this will be my 3rd year. It's called the Cosmic Nobodies Convention. We have a bunch of categories. The one we did last year was really dope. It turned into a 3-day event. We was outside camping off grid in Jersey. It was beautiful. It's always a healing event because
I got an idea for an award show, but for us, it's gonna be the Melvins. Like, and our logo is better than the Oscars.
I love it.
Goes better than the you know what I'm saying? So like I got an idea for like just on like on like some music tip, on the community tip. You know what I'm saying? On a community tip. And like you gotta acknowledge social media at this point. So it kind of be like all aspects. It kind of be like all 3 phases where it's physically, socially, and socially applying it. You know what I mean?
That's
but like social media, you know what I'm saying? Outside of like people just and people I got a guy that I want to honor that I'm bringing on the show for real, like on hometown hero shit.
Okay.
But this dude take care.
He take care of what?
Clean up other neighborhoods.
Okay.
High school credit and depending on where they at in school, college credit. You know what I'm saying? Community service hours. And then he gets paid.
You got an infrastructure.
Who got the go in the go-go club in the background? Somebody playing the go-go in the background?
I don't know.
I heard something, man. Something been tweaking. I done heard a phone ringing and everything. I'm telling you, it's New Year's
You playing
Eve.
go-go over there? You over there playing go-go? Like go-go music? Somebody doing.
It's silent over here. Nothing going on.
We might be picking up other frequencies, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's possible too. You know, devices be communicating. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you over there? You
Definitely.
got the go-go popping over there?
Yo, I don't got nothing going on, bro.
I
Hey,
have
son, I think.
there's
Wait.
category on my website. Also, knowledge is an award winner. If you need assistance with like, creating the awards and stuff, I make organized, they nice like plates. What I did for the convention, they have the person's face on them. I made them look like gold coins because I'm a Virgo, so I'm into pinnacles. I like pinnacles. So I give everybody a pinnacle. It got like golden sand magnet, hematite, obsidian, and gold flakes.
Sunshine made me
Awards are pretty fun.
unfuckwittable, okay? So when I say award winning, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. Unfuckwittable. She made me unfuckwittable. It's like the sun. She made me like the sun. You know what I'm saying? If y'all remember that movie Blood In, Blood Out, he was like, you made me look like a cholo, and she made me look like God.
Yeah.
I wanted to drill some holes in it and rock it on my neck like a medallion. You know what I'm saying? Like on some flavor.
A big chunky joint. You know what I'm saying?
It was a goddess who won an award, and she asked me to design it as a necklace for her, so I did. And she been wearing it ever since. She always tagging me and stuff. I'm like, yo, I love it.
Next year. That's what I want. So I'm winning next year.
That's like a bad.
I need the unfuckwittable, less nobody's unfuckwittable award. You understand what I'm saying? What Slick Rick said, there is no competition. There is no competition. You know what I'm saying?
Because we are the best. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I can't front. Like, I appreciate everybody, but I do gotta get off. I gotta get up wild early in the morning. I can't front.
Hey, son, blessings of God to you,
brother.
son.
Look, yo, I love you. Like, yo, listen, I wouldn't be, before I even get off the phone, I didn't want to be doing none of this if it wasn't for this guy knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Doubt.
I wouldn't be doing none of this shit right here. If it wasn't for knowledgebornallah, I wouldn't be doing none of this shit, man. That's my brother.
Show that gear, son. Show that gear right there, Jake. Show the gear, man. You in the gear right now.
Yeah, I mean, yo, check out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I before I get off, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the Melvin Air Podcast. We on all streaming platforms. Man. You know, all streaming platforms. Yo, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube. I don't know what else more to say, bro. Like, yo, you everyday dude. Yo, you got kids. You know what I'm saying? You got your lady got a son that she just can't seem to let go of. Like, yo, we the platform. You know what I'm saying? We can call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, like yo, Melvin was visualized as the villain of Baby Boy, but in reality, he was the hero. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, he was the hero. If it wasn't for Melvin, he wouldn't have brought the awareness to Tyrese to understand that he was fucking up.
Right.
Melvin,
Now.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more so like, hey, yo, like I said, I'm 39, bro. Baby Boy came out, I was like 18.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like, Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that was my mentality at the time.
Right.
Boy, now I done had my first son this year.
Congratulations, man. Man.
I appreciate you, yo. Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
In perspective, in retrospect, this shit, like our shit started off a joke, but it ended up turning to some real shit. But in perspective, yo, if you look back at it, my perception of that particular project, and you fast forward 20 years, bro, I look at that movie totally different today.
Yeah, because of your mindset right now.
My mindset. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to it, all Melvin was trying to do was get his shit together for real. Just came home. started his own business, found a woman he was digging, and the only thing that was in his way was her weak ass son.
Yeah, sure indeed.
You know what
Sure
I'm saying?
indeed. They couldn't let go of the mother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let go of his mother.
Yeah, sure indeed, man.
And like it was that. It was kind of at that point where I realized I was like, yo, I can run with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I lived it. So I was like, I was Melvin. Like, I done raised a few niggas' kids, bro.
Yeah, son. Hey, likewise too, man. Just trying to be the man presence in the house.
Adults,
you know what I'm saying?
And adults.
Right.
Don't leave that off.
Do not leave that off. You know what I mean?
My oldest son will be 18.
And weirdo adults. And weirdo ass step adults. Okay?
He said weirdos.
We're not leaving that off. Okay?
We can't leave the weirdos out, man.
You done raised some weirdo ass step adults. That's older than you.
Back.
Oh man. Reflection, man.
I mean, look, I can't leave that off, man. That's real. Because
that is though. We're in a society of that.
Because we're not bringing that into 2023 because
salute to my brother, Billy Ray.
I'm a chill.
Yo, salute to the panel. Yo, Mafia, yo, listen.
You sticking around, Billy Ray?
Yeah, I'm holding it down. Yep.
Yo, we gonna link. We gonna link.
No doubt, son. Guaranteed.
I gotta get you on too, sis. I gotta get you on too. Just, I like your glasses and I like your energy.
That's dope.
I need you.
Look like.
Serious.
Look, that's what it is. You see that?
What's that?
Yeah, that's
the word. Oh yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I had to make my screen bigger to look at that.
I'm nominating the Melvin Air podcast right now. So that's two
no
nominations.
doubt.
Yo, listen.
No doubt.
I'm telling you, we the platform.
True and living healers, not the fake charlatan telling you fake shit on the internet. Like true and living healers in the world in real life. They started with themselves first.
The technology, you know what I'm saying?
They started with themselves first, Sunshine. You hear what I'm saying? Like they started with themselves first. So oftentimes we got some people that get sparked based off of somebody else, another circumstance. Like, nah, they started, those brothers that I'm looking at right now, they started with themselves first. And then everybody else got the residual. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else got the residual. That's the real thing. And that's how you create distance. And this is how you see who the weirdo is. Like literally, you make a decision to change, and then the weirdo
becomes necessary.
Right.
The weirdo actually becomes necessary, man. You know what I'm saying?
You can't penetrate the logic of the universe.
Right.
You can't penetrate it. You know what I'm saying? It's impenetrable. It's not. You can do with it. It's eventually going to shake itself out.
Absolutely.
The jewel is once they show themselves to leave their motherfucking ass dead right
there. Right where they laid it. Right where they laid it at. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, word? Oh, all right. All right, I'm out. Like, this ain't for me.
We never going to
where you show out is where you get wore out.
We leaving people jacking other people's work in 20. Listen, bro.
Look at
Jack never man work. we leaving that, bro. We leaving that behind, man. Like,
I'm on the campaign, son. I'm with you on that campaign.
He said, "Where the t-shirt
no work, bro. Yeah, they ain't solidified nowhere else."
But you know what? And to add on to that before you go, my G, the thing is, they be the main ones complaining, but they not putting in the work.
Man.
No work. I'm talking about no work, son. That's why I say you got to make that decision, man, to get that motion. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here, man.
But always got an opinion.
Weirdos, man.
Put in no work, but got an opinion. Like, come on.
I'm talking about got advice too. They got advice.
Yeah.
They got advice for you. They ain't doing nothing or nothing. They got all advice.
You preach
that's what's weird.
They a guru with the shit. They a guru with it.
Man.
Like, I'm talking about I ain't seen so many speaker boxes in my life, man. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Speaker box is the perfect term, man. A speaker box is the perfect term. Yo, it's guys out here ain't experienced it. Like, it's guys out here that's talking about being men that don't practice man shit.
Oh man,
How?
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that. The
Yo,
red pill, blue pill. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You piggybacking off of somebody else that you
absolutely.
ain't doing the knowledge to.
The
Like,
same
you
they
don't even
hold
feel
their
that.
head down when certain men walk in the room. And guys
Right.
give relationship advice, telling you how to treat your woman.
And they single.
And they say, right.
They ain't got no good relationship with their
Right.
kids
They
or nothing,
ain't got
and they
no good
trying to tell
relationship
you
advice.
everything. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
you idiot, you big dummy. You know what I'm saying? Big dummy, man. But see, the reason, this one more thing too. I was saying that this was like a line. I was like, I said the reason why people talk is because you pay attention to them, and the only reason why they getting paid is because you sit and listen to them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, man, cut it off, man.
I
Overstood.
literally just thinking. I was thinking that. I was just thinking that. You just said it.
Overstood.
Yeah, man, overstood, understood. You know what I mean?
I be
Understood. No
following
question,
Bobby,
bro.
and he had this one video where he was talking about how like majority of the people out here is just descendants of experiments. Like they not even, critical thinkers or nothing like that. So it's easy to go on YouTube and trauma bond. Like I've been watching like the people that get the most views on these social media sites, they literally do the same thing every video. Like it's this one dude that sit in front of a red carpet and just rap songs that already exist. This one girl, she get dressed up in costumes and sing songs that already exist. Like people are very, very like entertained by mediocrity. So when you have like a creator that actually comes with an innovative idea or speaking up against stuff, oh, he's crazy. Mental health issues. He's a narcissist. Like,
Oh
I come
man,
from
toxic.
psychology
You
background.
toxic.
It
You
pisses
toxic.
me
You know.
off to hear these psych terms being applied so irresponsibly by people that just want to call somebody a name. Just say you don't like this person. I don't like this person. But like the way these psych terms are being thrown around by people who don't even know what a DSM is, I can't do it.
Look, I tell them like this, sis. I tell them, yo, look, read it out loud or spell it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like these people don't even be informed. They going off of clickbait and
Yeah.
bits and pieces of information, and then they using terms like what you just said. They use terms that don't even apply to them. You understand what I'm saying? Just because it's trending. Yeah, it's toxic, it's narcissistic, like shut up, man. You know what I'm saying?
I even have
Shut the
myself,
fuck up.
I was trying to communicate with other leaders that like actually had like content like, yo, you had something to say and you really helping people with their liberation and providing edification. But every now and then they will stoop low. Like it's even some people that'll do the remixes where you put other people's like videos before you put yours, like booty shaking and then mine. And I'd be like, yo, why you do that? Oh, I'm just trying to be seen in the algorithm. So you're a part of the problem because you're putting that in the algorithm. You got to understand, like, we're creating a robot. Every time you post something, whatever, you're feeding a robot and teaching that robot about our culture. So you are like willingly doing what everybody else is doing. You're a part of the problem. So when the robot starts reacting back to us in these different, physical forms that whoever is creating them, and whenever they get to it, this is the energy that they're going to have. And then understand that your phone is an orgonite. That's an energy transmutation device. So you keep putting that energy into that orgonite that's going, to these airwaves and this, that, and the third. Like we're literally putting that energy out on our outer self, on our outer plane as a unit. And it's like, all right, we're going to unify to post some dumb shit, but we can't unify to post like edification, education, whatever, because we want to be seen. Like if we all were doing it righteously, if we were all supporting each other righteously instead of, oh, you do this over here. Like that's my biggest, not my biggest, but that's definitely an issue what I have with like a lot of people in Jersey and Philly. Like everybody speak on unity, but everybody be looking for a reason not to unify. Oh, I don't like this person because they can't spell there, and there. Or I don't like this person because like, their sexual preference or how they are like, bro, but at the end of the day, we all want liberation. We all want our villages. We all want to like separate ourselves from these power companies and landlords and stuff. So like, why we can't just unite for that alone?
Some people just want to be seen. and some people just want to be heard. Like their message, like you got, like you're gonna have some people that's gimmicks, man, gimmicks that come along with this shit. They whole gimmicks, like they don't have no real purpose. They just thought that this is gonna work if I say this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I say this, it's gonna work. You got gimmick motherfuckers. You got some motherfuckers who come along, they like, I'm true to this shit. Like I fuck with this shit. I was doing this shit before niggas started podcasting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how long I'm doing this shit. I'm going into my 7th year doing this shit. Knowledge of you know what I'm saying? Knowledge confirmed this. I've been going this shit 7 years strong, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
Oh, ain't everybody. It's the ones that do this shit for the culture and for the love of the culture and for the craft of this shit. That's gonna last. It's the cream of the crop that's gonna rise to the top every time, bro. Like we do this. Everybody's got a reason for doing this shit. Some niggas doing it for clout. Some niggas doing this shit for the love of journalism. Some niggas doing this shit for the love of. I'm here for my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a purpose.
But outside of that, I have my own platform. I got my own team. I got my own thing going. But I'm here. We all here for awareness. We all here for support. We all here for the, we all here on common grounds.
Yeah, like-minded
individuals, common grounds, all of that. Me personally, I'm true to it though. The next time let's do this shit, I'm gonna be here too. You know what I'm saying?
No question. Hopefully, me too.
That, I'm gonna be here too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't one of these things where like, oh, Rome the Plug just had a day. You know what I'm saying? The Melvin Podcast head, and that's that. Nah, bro. I'm gonna be here.
No question. How you always been? Here, you know what I mean? How you always been? I just to add on before you.
Knowledge is my guy. I've been rocking with Knowledge going for 7 years.
Before you bounce, right? Remember to add on, like we was talking about how people want the attention and all this and that, but it's not. It's like attention. We used to be the dopamine, but now we living directly where everybody is in vanity, man. It's vain. You understand what I'm saying? It's vanity now. Vanity is the drug. Like first it was attention and validation, and you know what I'm saying. Now it's like, nah, if they can do it, I can do it. Look at me, you know. Everybody out here looking like default characters and shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like ain't nobody got their own little thing and see what it is about the algorithm. The algorithm, regardless of the trash that we dump into it, if you're a person of a certain intelligence, you can feel it. You can feel what's for you. You can feel if the information ain't for you or what forces you out and what makes it not attractive to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you realize that, bro, and that's another thing I've been realizing about 2022. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel it, bro. Like I'm big on energy. Like if that shit ain't right, I ain't even going to the phone.
We are in the age of Aquarius, bro. We are in the age of revelation. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, nothing surprised me no more, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in the age of truth telling.
Right, and shaming the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
It's devil shaming. That's what we doing.
This is by the universe. It ain't by me.
No question.
It's by the universe.
It's by the universe because it's time, man. You know what I mean? It's time.
So
it's time.
That being said, yo, there's nowhere else this should be chopped up outside of Do the Knowledge Radio. You know what I'm saying?
No question.
No else should be chopped up outside of Do the Knowledge Radio, man. Like, yo, I want to give a big shout out to my bro Billy Ray Valentine, man. I already know, bro. Yo, because I gotta get up a while early. I did want to get everybody on the panel. I want to give a big shout out to my brother knowledgebornallah. Yo, you inspire me, bro. Like even when you ain't trying, you inspire. Like you
I appreciate that, man.
Whole other shit.
Appreciate that. You know that's what it is, man. We here to add on and build with each other, brother. You do the same thing too.
That's a fact.
You know,
and I can't wait to get you on, bro. Cause we gonna build, man.
No question. Hey, looking forward to it, bro.
Bro. Give me 12 seconds.
Listen,
Look.
you come on, you gotta wear them glasses.
I got to get close up.
Look, you gotta wear them, huh?
You can't leave without giving a salute to Jersey Zone, man. You understand?
And yo, everybody, yo, big salute, yo, followers, yo. It's the Melvin and Podcast, yo, knowledge. I appreciate y'all, yo. Happy New Year.
No doubt, you too. Godspeed. Godspeed.
You know what I'm saying? Godspeed, yo, everybody, yo, man, yo, please be careful, be safe, man, and yo, I'll let y'all next time, man.
No doubt, son. All right, salute. The next time, brother. All right.
Already know.
No doubt. Yeah, that was peace. Yeah, the screen just got mad bigger too. Yeah, the screen like I'm looking at my phone.
Look, we making room for another Jersey guy. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
One half of another dynamic duo. You see what I'm saying? Sweeping the world, allowing us to know that our creativity and brilliance, there's a place and space for our creativity and brilliance. From our youngest, our ancestors return to our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? From that whole space and time continuum, from the seen to the unseen, and seeing how it is. You understand? So I'm gonna give it up one time for our brother, man. Jersey Zone, man. One of my brothers, man, close to my soul and my spirit, man. You know what I mean? To into my conscience. You understand what I'm saying? Let's give it up, man. Block, man. CEO of Smart Hip Hop in the building, man.
Okay, peace. What's up, King? What's going on?
How y'all doing?
All right, peace.
Good. Everybody hear me clear?
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Block, talk to us, man. What poem at, man? Tell poem, man. Let's top in with it.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know here, we're gonna be together in 2 days though.
Word?
Yeah. His my wife and I, him, we'll be together in 2 days.
That's love, man.
We definitely got a lot more music for everybody to hear. Putting
I know we ready for that.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You know we ready for that. We ready for that.
Yeah.
Really ready, man. You got 3 guests, man, for Melvin and Podcast, man.
Okay.
Hip Hop, man. Joe Mafia, Syndicate. You know what I'm saying? Sunshine Monet L.
Looking forward to having y'all on, definitely. That's what's up, man.
Right.
You always giving out the assist, man. That's what we appreciate you, Chris, so much, man.
That's my fam. If they wasn't my fam, they wouldn't be your fam. I don't rock like that. I don't even like nobody, to be honest.
Exactly. That's it.
I can relate. I can relate, man.
You got a short leash, man. If you got 1,000 people in your circle, I don't even want to talk to you.
Absolutely.
My nigga, that's too many. That's
now,
too many.
Now, if you got one person that got access to 1,000 people that they can call, that's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Exactly. These things are different. You're like, oh, no, I'm saying it's just my fam. Like, no. Your circle is infiltratable. And one thing about me that everybody knows, that's not it. That's not it. Like, yeah, I know Joe. Like, I don't know the rest of y'all.
Right. No question. And I wouldn't even have you around that.
That's how we still alive. It was like that on the corner. Like, oh, okay. All right, so Joe came with such and such and them.
Right.
With such and such and them, leaving with Joe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, such and such
no
leaving
question.
them. Or they leaving
protocol.
Joe. That's it. Like,
protocol.
Because if they start wilding, you're gonna be looking at Joe like, "Oh, get your man." That's the last.
Yeah, like get your people.
This is the last time we're gonna say that. You know what I mean? So if I'm out there wilding, like,
that's 100. That's correct. That's fact.
So y'all might talk to me, and y'all might beat the hell out of whoever I came with, because whoever I came with, they're not gonna get that same kind of warning.
No, they're not.
See what it is. You see what I'm saying?
They're gonna get supreme justice.
They don't make them like us no more. They don't make them like us no more. So I guess it's left up to us to go out there and gotta re-raise diggers, man.
Right.
We gotta re-raise them, and because you don't hear people talking like that, man. There's no accountability no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if I'm accountable for anybody that I bring around y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a lot of people they don't hold themselves to that kind of standard no more, and that's why our society is going downhill as it is. You know what I mean? But
I agree wholeheartedly. Lot, talk to us, man. 2022 going into 2023, man. What's some lessons learned from 2022, and what's some baggage? You from around the way, so I can say baggage to you. They're like, what's baggage? You understand? Like, what's the baggage you leaving in 2022? What's the lessons you learned that you taking forward into 2023, and what's the baggage you leaving behind? Talk to me.
I mean, you know, I'm focused on health, family, things that I'm leaving in the past. I mean, negative energy, man. I'm leaving negative energy in the past, and that comes in so many different forms. But I'm definitely just leaving negative energy in the past, and I'm really focused on health. I'm focused on family, and I'm focused on, you know, trying to still spread my message to the people and still create music. But health, man, listen, that's, you know, I was at a funeral today, man. You know what I'm saying? My man's father passed away, and
condolences.
oh, thank you. You know, and this is one of like the little brothers. But you know, when I was like, you know, what happened? You know what I'm saying? And the response was, well, you know, that generation before us don't really take care of their health. Everybody's dying, diabetes. Everybody's cancer. You know, like that. The generation before, and it's, you know, they're 50s and 60s. Everybody's leaving us now. If they can make it then. So health, man. You know, I'm really, really focused on health, man. And family is always my priority. You know how I do. Negative, you know, you got to leave negative thoughts behind. You know, and whatever that might be to you, because different people have different forms of negative energy. So whatever that is, I'm stepping off from that.
Yeah, that aligns, man. It's like this is definitely the year for energy, man. You know what I mean? Like energy. It's
Yeah.
all about knowing where to go, man. Where you going and how you getting there. You know what I'm saying? And
True.
health is definitely wealth, yo. Health is like the keeper of the flame. You know what I'm saying?
Health is wealth, man. Health is
No
wealth.
question. No question. True indeed.
Knowledge.
Mark, what you teaching the babies out there, man? Talk to me, man. What you teaching the babies, man?
I'm teaching the babies to believe in themselves. I'm sitting at the table with my youngest daughter sitting right across from me now.
That's dope.
But man, there's so many lessons. Like when you say that, you know, there's so many different lessons that you got to teach your babies that I don't even know where to begin, because it starts with this, just them being a person. It starts with them having confidence. It starts with them having respect. It starts with you showing them respect and making sure they get it back. There's, you know, being a parent, having 3 daughters, just, you know, you learn so much, man. You learn that there's so much that you have to give. And there's so much that they require from you. You know what I'm saying? They actually require from you, and that it's your responsibility.
Right, I'm about to give a gem right now.
What up?
Sunshine.
Huh?
Sunshine.
Peace.
You're looking at my brother, right?
Yeah.
You know that intro that you and Foxy Roxy love?
Oh, that's you.
That's his song, okay?
That's love.
That's him right there. Okay, so now you're a little more acquainted. You're like, okay, now let's just start being nice about this guy. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I heard this song. I love this song. Okay, that's his song. Him and Capone.
That's dope. Salute too.
That's his
Salute
song.
on that.
You know what I mean? So
That's dope.
it was just funny. Like, you know, look, Billy Ray, you was like, oh, you always throwing the assist, like both. So I was like, all right, now we got to give him a reference where it goes to. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like his daughter is sitting across from him, and this is empowering for his daughter to recognize and understand her divinity in real time. And now you got another example. You got another example. You got another God right here. This black woman right here. You see what I'm saying? You got another example of someone who gleaned from what you have put out for our youth, especially for our sisters, in the way that they've been cast aside and cast castigated. You see what I'm saying in regards to the annals of history and that redeeming quality. You see what I'm saying? That real redemptive type of spirit of calling that back forth. You know what I mean? Like from the now valley to right now. You know what I mean? So look, Sunshine, I was telling you about. Look, Sunshine was like, okay, no,
Definitely.
Let's go. Salute to the song, though, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's dope. It's definitely dope.
Appreciate that. We definitely working with our educational hip hop music, and it's been a long year. You know, a lot of family issues and things of that nature. But I've been recording, and I'm in the process of trying to get my own studio together. So it's going to be a lot more music. But we just, recorded something, and I got the mix, not even mix. I got the rough draft like 2-3 days ago, and it was just, you know what I'm saying. So it's just, we just got a lot of. I'm excited about the music that I'm making. It's just
Salute, man. As you should. That means it's great, then. If you feeling like that, it's great music you about to put out. It's great content you about to put in the universe, brother. You know what I mean?
Down.
You can feel it. They go to what I was just saying.
Playing modest. He's playing modest. That's cool. That's fly.
Yo, Knowledge, did I play you that joint that we did?
Yeah.
The final. Okay. What'd you think about it?
You playing modest. That's all I'm gonna say to the people. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's ready, it's gonna be undeniable. You see what I'm saying? Like,
of course,
maybe some cats who thought they had some lyrical acumen might want to, hang up their spurs and shit and go sit down soon. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe it might be the time they were like, yeah, nah, we're not equally yoked like the Bible says. You understand? We're not lyrically yoked like the hip hop says. You see what I'm saying? And for y'all, real quick, I'm gonna play this joint. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna play Sunshine Monet's favorite song.
Okay.
This is the official intro to their podcast, Season of the Sun podcast. Y'all can catch them every other Wednesday right here on Doing Knowledge Radio. So we're about to get that right now. See what I'm saying? See what lock bring? Undeniable. See, look. When I said high caliber, Joe Ma popped up. Undeniable. Look at lock, man, right here.
No doubt.
The black woman's alive.
Return the fugitives from American justice, including the return of the cop killer, Joanne Chesimard.
Flashback to the Turnpike 73. Cop shot on the floor. Who's the culprit aside of Shakur? First they attacked the Panthers. They dropped COINTELPRO papers with all these questions and it's a rack of answers. These females think they got it hard and result of dancing. Imagine being America's most wanted like Charles Manson. The epitome of a goddess, facing a murder rap, railroaded on all the charges. First they took her freedom in the hospital, shot up, still bleeding. Took her to the precinct for a lineup. Your Honor, wasn't interested in the facts, just the fact that the officer was white and she was black. When the trial was a wrap, she was pregnant by a co-defendant. They put the gun to her stomach while a baby in it. Don't need another leader, they ain't wanna feed her. Hoping she miscarried, that was the pig's manners. All along she had another plan. Showed the strength of a queen that's from the motherland. All praises, she ended up in Cuba, no extradition. Black woman, you need to listen. Yeah. The black woman's alive. The black woman's alive. The black woman's alive.
Every time I went delving deeper into the history of African people and the history of the world, which is the history of African people, I always went into the black woman. There was no way to get around the black woman in this whole process.
The black woman is gone. She birthed man like blackness through the stars. When the creator made her, a portal opened in time. Now we manifest reality through a womb that's divine. It was prophesied that birth she'd be a leader. Umbilical, wrapped around her neck, call her Nsinga. Queen of Ndoga, queen of Matamba, kingdom of Mbundu, people of Angola. Ruler like a father, she serious with the compact. Slavery was poppin', she made the Portuguese fall back. Play it like she can't, she bring it to where you all at. Turned the servant into a throne so she could talk facts. Pressure made her brother commit suicide. That's when she stepped up like it's do or die. Whatever to unify, never deal with cowards do. Mover of the generals, the black woman is powerful.
Yeah, the black woman's alive. The black woman's alive. The black woman's alive. The queen. The black woman's alive. The black woman's alive. The black woman's alive. Yeah. The black woman's alive. The black woman's alive. The black woman's alive.
Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut
The black woman's alive.
who went far out into space and was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes. And so they said to him, well, what about God? And he said, she is black.
What about God? He said she is black.
Hey, it's dope. That's a joint, man. Salute to
Definitely.
that. Salute to that.
Fire,
That
yeah,
was-
salute.
that was- yeah, that's good pool right there, man. Good energy. You know what I mean? Real rap.
Thank you.
Yeah, son. I'm
Really great,
fucking
man.
with
If you don't grab a hold of these guests, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. You understand
No,
what
we
I'm
gonna
saying?
get him. We definitely gonna get him.
Got the
Definitely.
all-stars.
I see. I feel the energy, man. All the energy is in alignment. Definitely.
No doubt.
And let me tell you about real love real quick. Because as tumultuous as 2022 had been for so many of us, we saw real love. We saw real love. And we distinguished real love from fake love. And the ones who gave us fake love was not in a position to give us real love. So give them the grace. Give them the grace that they weren't at the capacity. They wasn't in the space to reciprocate what we were giving them. Because they never known it. This was a year. You know what I'm saying? You deal with 2022, you dealing with 6. You dealing with equality. So that space of building in that space of equality, things have to level out. So we're looking for reciprocity. We're looking to be reciprocal. We're looking for things to be reciprocated in the space. But there's a 0 in there. There's a cipher in there that you got to go through to get to that other aspect to make it 6. You go from a culture through a cipher, and then from that cipher, you add on with wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? And that gets you to the 6. So some folks can't see through 6, so they can't rise above 6. They stuck there. That's a prison for them. You see what I'm saying? So inequality is the reason for that. So your ability to be able to deal with that in all things. When you look at her, she deals with that in all aspects. Whatever the order is, put in the order, you're like, all right, boom. I want 10 of them. 10 of them is coming out. You understand what I'm saying? 10 of them is coming out. So what greater strength, what greater power? And we can't allow the dominant culture influence to have us looking at she and forgetting we. We come from her. We come from her. We exist in the physical realm from the unseen realm through her. You understand what I'm saying? So when we uplift and honor that, we got to start smacking cats in the back of the head. What we say they call that simp behavior. That's God behavior. That's God behavior. If we God, then she God, because we come from she. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole aspects of the family. So when we talk about family, who make us father? Who borns God? You know what I mean? Like, so we got to get the polarities right. And you know, Dr. Martin Luther King said, I want to get the language right tonight. So going into the God year, if you wasn't dealing in equality in this season, going into the God year, you're going to struggle because it's already a struggle for those rising up into godhood. You could have been dealing with equality and cut off everything that needed to be cut off. You went through that refinement process and all that. God day, just think about every 7th of the month and the shit you be going through on the 7th. It's a God day. And then every day that borns God in that circumference, what kind of day that is? You know what I mean? From the 7th, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just go through 25th, whatever borns that God day, it's a test for you. If you're not properly anchored in that equality. Equality is to deal equal in all things. Are you truly dealing equal in all things, or is there some deficit?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
that's the real part right there. Like that exposes that. So that equality with that knowledge borns God. With that, you know what I'm saying? That wisdom and that power borns God. You said that cipher and that God borns God. So that understanding in that cipher borns God. Like, so however you start to begin to look at it, this is why they call it a perfect number in numerology. See what I'm saying? The number of perfection and all that. So in the perfection process, there's still refinement that has to take place. So if you're not looking at 6 in the way that you need to look at 6, don't even think about 7. Don't even think about 2023. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me go back to
Because you ain't rising above. You understand?
right.
You're not rising above it, right? So you can't. You're not gonna go.
You're gonna be stuck. You're going to be stuck in 6. You won't be able to see through 6. You won't be able to rise above 6. You're going to be stuck at 6. And we left a bunch of people in 2022 stuck at 6.
Yeah, I agree.
So as I'm saying that,
agree.
you're looking at people in your first stop, like, damn, I left. Son was on some, Shorty was on some, Chase was on some, Uncle was on some. You know what I mean? Like, you love them still. You love them still, but you cannot take them where you're going because it's going to be harmful for them. You can love them in the season that they're in until they elevate. They got to see that. Like they say about water, water seeks its own level. You know what I mean? So that rising above, because the real and the fake, the whether you want to spell it REAL, REEL, is if it's real in that space, or you getting reeled in another space, however that space is in this God year that we approaching. No time for fake nah. This is a crystal what they real nah. You understand what I'm saying? Like, literally, it's written right there.
That's it. That's
You know
it.
what I mean?
That's the God. That's the God love.
He told my man at 300, he was like, yo, you want to roll with us? Raise your shield. You know what he told him? He ain't clowning him. He ain't playing him out. He saw him in his physical state. He saw him where he was. Like, we seen the folks where we seen them. You know what I mean? We saw what they displayed. We wasn't dismayed. We was like, okay, maybe there's still some merit. But when you say, I want to stand here, you got to be able to raise your shield. He explained to him first. He ain't just go at him and say, nah, you disqualified. He showed him the importance of raising your shield. Every man here. So everybody that's involved with where you going and what you doing is commiserate on their ability to raise that shield. Every man here is dependent on every man's here for their life. So when you look at your body and the key systems in your body, that one body that you see is presented like that. And who's responsible in your body for that defense? Your defense in your body, your immune system. So if your immune system is slipping, it can't raise the shield all the way up. Some shit gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have your psychic self-defense, your spiritual self-defense, all of your well-being in check, if everybody can't raise their shield up when it's time to raise their shield up, you fooled. You fooled by your own volition. You know
by your own hand. By your own
by
hand.
your own hand, by your own lack of hand.
Shit.
You know
That's
what I'm
lack of
saying?
hand, right?
Your
By
lack
your own
of
lack
hand.
of hand. You know what I mean?
Right.
We sitting down playing spades, and you telling me you got 2 books and 4 possibles.
You never coming up with them.
You know what I mean? You got
Right.
4 possibles. You got 2 strong books and 4 possibles. So how many books you got? You got 2. You got 4 possibles.
Right.
We can't deal the probability with the possible, and this is what he told him. He told him that in love. You understand? His captain came down, wanted to cut his head off, and he should have cut his head off and rolled that shit down the mountain. Because how he approached them was on some spy type situation. That means something else. And that led them to their detriment in the end. But it was something that was necessary to spark the nation for the nation to move. There was only 300. Now it's 300,000. You see what I'm saying? So the 300 went as far as they could go, so the nation would rise up and move.
They had already set the example for everybody else. You know
so it's moving along the way. So if they was home pontificating and talking slick, and they never moved, nobody else would have moved. They would have went off into captivity. You know what I mean? They would have been stuck at 6. So that difference between 6 and 7 is that movement. Because when you know, you can go. I be hearing people talk slick. They be talking slick to me, man. You understand? They be like, you know what I'm saying? Knowledge ain't power. Applied power, just not applied knowledge. Is power. All that old crazy stuff they be talking to me. I hear it for like 2 seconds. I said, what can you apply that you don't know? So knowledge gives you the ability to do or not do based off of what you know. Because you can't be using my name in vain talking about knowledge ain't power. Knowledge is power. Knowledge gives you the power to do or not do. Because once you know, you are accountable for what you know. You are accountable for what you know. Now, if you don't do shit with it, guess what you just did? But you can do something with it any day you choose. That's power. You see what I'm saying? They be like, it ain't. They be getting slick, man. I'm telling you, like applied knowledge is wisdom. That's where we come from. Applied simple. Applied knowledge is wisdom. It ain't knowledge no more. There's a pathway to knowledge. You go from speculation, research to information, and then you take that understanding and convert it into knowledge. That's why your foundation becomes strong. That's why what you're standing on. You done took it from the theory and the query and all of those other spaces. These are things that you learn through observation and participation. Then you get the knowledge. There's a pathway to knowledge. It ain't just, we just start at knowledge. Like, nah, there's a process. What's the process? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
That's a brilliant breakdown, man. You speaking to my soul, because that's exactly
what.
what.
Lot, man. That's what smart hip hop would do for you, man. Tell you.
No doubt, conscious. You know.
You speaking, bro. Yeah, man. It was like you was talking my exact 2022, man. That's everything you explained is my exact journey. Like, and as far as 2023, it's like now everything that I learned here in this year is like now it's time to apply everything. The foundation is strong. Now it's time to apply it, and like you said, becomes you get the knowledge and becomes wisdom once you apply it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Definitely.
You let me know. You let me know that I'm on the right. I'm still on the right path. That's just confirmed it for me.
Let's go. Let's go. That's positive right there too, man. It was powerful. Definitely was. I felt that also just to add on. Like it what is it to say? What else is it to say? You understand? He picked it up and he put it right back down. Like this what this is, this what it ain't, and you got to feel it if you feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate.
Astronomically speaking, like when you get into the houses and stuff, like, you know, we just coming out of the sixes. The sixth house is all about like your daily routines, your habits, you know, your lifestyle, health. Like I like that a lot. You know, you said earlier you really been focusing on your health and everything. Like that's what 2022 was for. It was for that self-focus on your habits and your daily routine. So when we go into the 7, like all that stuff is so situated that like your electromagnetic field is going to attract those bonds and things. When you get into the 7th house energy, that's about like the bonds and contracts and, you know, relationships and also like balancing the scales with things. So like your magnet will be in tune to start attracting those people, places, and things that you've been trying to attract, you know, all 2022, where like you feel like, oh man, like because it's not external, you feel like it's not happening. Like, oh man, I've been like manifesting and materializing and organizing and it's not happening yet. Yeah, it's definitely about to happen in the 7. I was in my healing circle yesterday telling people like, you know, all my healers, you know, in our circle, they've really been dealing with like things being taken from them, and it's been affecting our daily routine, how we do stuff, how we operate. And I'm like, yo, take that rest. Like we're in the middle of winter. I know the sun coming out and stuff like that, but like in the nether rules, you still supposed to be chilling. Your kundalini ain't up yet. Like chill. This not our new year.
Right.
And I'm like, with that being said, like take this rest. We're going to be busy.
Yeah, you definitely.
One more June, man. Yeah, one more June. One of my favorite joints. You know, after this.
Hold on, this joint, bro.
Dare you put yourself in that position as a moral judge? I think you should keep quiet. Because with that much blood on America's hands, you have no right to speak.
It's time for war. Get redemption. It's time for war. Get redemption.
The speaker for the poor, righteous teachers with pharaoh features. Like one of the kings from Egypt, the plan is to lock us, stripping our freedom. Mass incarceration, jails is crowded all across the nation. With black faces with 25 for crack cases. These new modern laws attract racists. Hands high, still a cop shooters, claiming we rock movers. Block looters, the reason they put the Glocks to us. They fed us pork and false knowledge. I talk dollars, cause in this land of America, you hear the poor holler. A known scholar, do the math. What they teaching in class is transparent. I can see through the glass. It's on us to educate the babies, the black poets and athletes, before they end up dead on a back street. We ain't running no more, kid, it's time for war. Impeach the POTUS, his mind is apocalyptic. First they gave us dope, now it's pills, that's not prescriptive. Modern day genocide, they see us in a ride, costing $100 grand, shoot us just like the son of Sam.
Tribe of Levi, ship to Hispaniola, better known as Haiti, warriors of Judah. What does it mean when I say just a leave? Late night, the drums would scream. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see the ships retreat.
Off with them heads. It's time for war. Get redemption. It's time for war. Get redemption. So what you know about them Zulus or the Asante? Salute to OC22 or Haiti in the swamps or where them alligators knew you. French dreaded the locks who fear them not because of voodoo. Nzinga would have strangled you, moving like you need a piece of Amazons to murder you. No mercy, ask the Portuguese. Been the war, biggest one inside of you. Man the beast, death or victory. No surrender, we do not retreat. Word to Sunny Ali, the great Haile Selassie. Respect Muhammad Ahmed, that's who we call the Mahdi. If Turner caught you slipping, his machete will be dripping with the blood of opposition. He ain't spared children and women. Resistance is the mission we pursuing with persistence. A coward gets beheaded on sight for lack of vision. This that men elect the second. It's Wayo, Bembada, that Harriet escape flow, that Nelson, that Shaka. It's time for war. Get redemption. It's time for war. Choose one. Liberty or death. Or death. Choose one. Choose one. Union fed la for. Union fed la for. Union fed la for. Union fed la for.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope.
Thank you. Thank you.
Getting a lot of inspiration.
It was still playing on my head.
Right. I was hearing that too, man. But it's dope. It's food, man. It's really some brain food. Salute, man. Salute to that, bro. Man, needed. I can't hear nothing. Yeah.
Nah,
Oh.
Okay.
All right. My joint breaking up too, man. I'm about to stab out and go to the studio. Matter of fact, I'm actually linking with Pure.
Shout
You know
out
what I'm
Pure,
saying? You hear me, Knowledge?
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Pure.
Shout out Pure, man.
Yeah,
For real.
him and Napoleon, man. We shaking some, we shaking some high energy stuff too, man. So it's like that's just the vibes right now, son. It's like everybody is really in tune with purpose and virtue right now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel it. I'm telling you, it's a feeling. It's like I'm feeling all that, man. All that music is brain food, and it's so needed right now. You understand what I'm saying? It's needed.
Send you his info. Y'all need to collab, man.
Oh, no question, man. My pen going crazy right now, too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt, man. But salute, man. Salute. I don't mean to stab out on an abrupt note, but I'm about to pack up out of here, man. You gonna keep this thing going, though? Like you tuning in tomorrow? What we doing? You dropping the ball with it or what?
I'm sure we're doing something. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said today, ain't no telling. I can't say, okay, this is my last joint in 2022. You know.
Nah, knowing you, my nigga, I already know. Part my G, I already know, man. But you got you the conduit, you the bridge for all of this. It's a pleasure to meet you, man. Powerful music. I'm looking forward to tapping in with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you and Capone. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
That's real rapping. My other brother right here, man. We'll build, we'll politic, man.
Definitely,
all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? You in the best place you can be right now. If I ain't, had to go put in this work and get this energy out in the universe, I'd be in the crib too, son. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just doing my due diligence, saying I got me some inspiration from you, brother, with all that powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like, no question.
Same.
You know
I got some. I learned something from you too, bro. I learned something from everybody out here, everybody on the panel today, man. That's why. That's all I could ask for, and I appreciate that. Appreciate it.
No doubt. Each one teach one, man. We here to build, and you too, Queen. You know what I'm saying? We'll all, tap in on some other note or whatever, man. But Born Knowledge, you know what it is, man. Hit me up, hit me on the hip. You got the back phone, you know what I'm saying? You got the main line, you know what I mean? And peace and blessings to the gods and the goddess in the building, all right?
Salute.
Yeah. Salute, bro. All right. Peace.
I sold to be artist. I think it was another thing that I was trying to manifest. It started off as a joke between me and a couple of my friends. Like we would freestyle, battle raps. But instead of insulting each other and threatening each other, we were complimenting each other. So I started this flatter battle series, trying to start like a battle rap league, kind of changing how we utilize battle rap. I've been doing that at the Cosmic Nobody's convention, the award show. And it's been amazing turnout. Especially last year. Last year we did a little bit different. Instead of people rapping towards like an opponent, well, actually, yeah, me and another person were going head to head. We was battle rapping each other, whatever. I won, of course. And but we had a workshop where we had people in the mirror. They were, I was holding up a mirror for them to look at, and they had to flatter battle themselves. And it was just a really dope experience to see like people. First of all, I'm a psych major, so just looking at their body language, a lot of people didn't even want to look in the mirror. Like they was rapping with their head down or up at them like, why you battle rapping yourself? Like if there was another human here and you was insulting them, you'd be looking them in their eyes and everything. I want that same energy when you ain't here to see yourself love. And that's the kind of events that I try to, coordinate. Is like, I want you to leave different. I want you to leave with like new connections with yourself and with other people. So that was like a really dope experience. I'm a big wrestling fan, so like we had the flatter battle belt. The winner had a belt or had like a plaque or whatever. It was dope, and that's definitely something that I definitely want to manifest bringing back. Just like being influenced by positive music and everything. Like, yeah.
That's interesting. I seen a couple of those. I'm not sure if it was your event, but I seen flatter battles on YouTube. Oh yeah,
it was her. Yeah, it was her.
Yeah, I just happened to see it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, and the fact that you said,
everybody getting hit today. Okay, everybody getting hit.
Right. Look, the fact that you said,
you got, smart hip hop. Pardon me, brother.
You good.
You know what I'm saying? You got smart hip hop founder right here. You see what I'm saying? That saw the same thing, in Capone, and they collaborated together, and they working with the babies and doing what they got to do. He got a whole industry for you to tap into with the flatter battle.
Yeah.
So now, if the young G's grow up in that space, they're not accepting anything else. They're not going to get pushed off into this other thing that's going on. They know that they could complement one another because they're complements of one another. You see what I'm saying? So you got to educate it right here. See how you go? See what happened when you show up? You know what I mean? See what happened when you show up with the you know what I mean? So that's what it is.
That's the point. I want to finish my point about the importance of what she said about people looking in the mirror and not being able to look at themselves and not being able to face themselves. A lot of us, we don't know how to forgive ourselves for whatever we did. Like we had to learn to get to a place of forgiving ourselves so we can move on and grow and get better. And that was very interesting to me. That stuck out. You know what I'm saying? So like events like you said, you want to do things that's going to help our people become better, and I commend you for that. That's a deep thing. Like,
Rock, I know you got to bounce, man. Talk to the fan real quick, man. Drop that 22 2022 going into 2023, find a message for the fam and then tell them how to reach you, how to collab, and how to get slapped in the face. You know what I'm saying? If they want to get slapped in the face with a feature, you know what I'm saying? If they want to pay that bread or have you come to their city and slap them with some education and some black love. Talk to us, Clyde.
Yeah, listen, man. It's smart hip hop music, smart thug entertainment. It's also Akasi music. Everything is if we're on Instagram, go to Smart Hip Hop, one word. If you're on Facebook, go to Smart Hip Hop. Just look it up, get at me. You'll see us, all of the music. Lesson 1, Lesson 2, Wolves, Black Matters. All of those albums are out right now on all social media platforms. Check the joints out, man. Me and Capone did the joint Wolves, Lesson 2. It's just a lot of positive energy on there, man. But we got something coming. And I'm just excited about it. And it's taking a lot longer than I thought, but it's really coming out crazy. And it's the Yankees on the joint. You know what I'm saying? I got to put him on another joint because the joint that he did, that was actually supposed to be my health song. But when I gave him the beat, I didn't have a chance to talk to him. And in like 12 hours, he gave me the verse back. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, bro, I didn't want you to do this. But it was dope. You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of stuff coming out, man. And I'm just looking forward to it, bro. I'm looking forward to it. So, it's just hit me, man. We around. But smart hip hop music, smart thug entertainment, and Akasi music group, that's what you're about to hear from.
Right. Salute to you and the Royal family. Salute to you and Pone and his Royal family. You know what I mean? I'm striving to be one of them flyers on the wall, man. In a couple of days, we gotta get together, man. You know what I mean? Don't forget about your brother, man. Your brother.
Hey, oh man, listen. Knowledge, I gotta talk to you about a whole different separate issue. So I'm gonna call you later. You know what I'm saying? We gotta wrap. You know what I mean? But it's just something. Why you know how we do, but just about I'll call you later.
No doubt.
Peace, man.
All right, peace, bro. Salute. Nice meeting you. Look forward to having you on.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
Really great, man. Talk to us, man. Deal with us, man. 2022 going into 2023, man. Talk to us, man. Give us a little your trajectory, a little smidgen. Let me a little smidgen.
Pretty much for 2023, like I was expressed a little bit earlier. 2022 has been a huge learning experience. It was a year where I put a lot of the things that I learned and I started really applying it and refining myself and putting in real world the things I learned, putting in real world action and people noticing a difference and people learning a new way to treat me, a different level of respect and a different level of accountability that I put on myself, and that same accountability that I hold to the people that's close to me. So anybody come on my circumference and my sphere, that accountability is going to be rubbed off onto them, because I'm not perfect, but I have the ability to understand when I'm doing something wrong and the ability to know that it has to be corrected. So that's pretty much the theme moving forward, and for 2023. Now, as far as the podcasting and the content creating, that's a new thing. I'm looking forward to the new heights that's gonna happen as far as that, because I'm able to be more involved in it. I had a lot of stuff going on as far as personally with I started coaching for like full time this year, 2022, pretty much. So and I'm coaching. I started out as a dad, as just as a dad coach, but now I just took it upon, to take the certification and actually become a coach and learn football and stuff like that. And I'm doing it as a vehicle to reach these children. Because I don't want
to. Don't gloss over that. I love that. I love that. Please spend your time.
Okay.
Don't think that you go on the time. I need every moment of that, from dad coach to certified coach. Look, you in the greatest space in the world for that. Look, please.
So I pretty much this past year was his second season pretty much playing, and it started out as what was it, like a Labor Day weekend 2020. No, 2021. I'm sorry, 2021 Labor Day weekend. I happened to be going out to the football field and just playing catch with my son. At the time, he was 8, and I happened to see a coach. A coach was out there working out his 2 sons, or whatever. And he told me, the season already started up, but come out tomorrow, whatever. Because he recognized my son, because I just been one of those dads who just used to, every now, just me and my son going to the park, be throwing the football around, and I didn't even know I didn't notice him, how strong his arm was or whatever, until people start noticing it. So they're like, hey, he got a strong arm, bring him out. But he always wanted to play football, so that's the main reason why we was always out there. So I came out the next day, and the coach, I walked up to the coach. He said, we already started, whatever. If you get everything done within this week, all this paperwork in, and registration fee, birth certificate, all the information, and you get it in, he can play, whatever. So I got all that stuff knocked out, 3 days. Everybody impressed, and I was out there. And he was out there working hard, and I met a good group of men. Another thing that I value just from the experience, I met another group of men that's out there spending their time, donating their time out there. We're not getting paid, and I just felt like I felt the energy of it, the camaraderie. I know I'm from Philadelphia, so a lot of our youth is out here lost because they didn't have strong male role models. They growing up in single parent homes, and they growing up most of the time with just their mother. And that's no diss to the mothers, but we need strong. If you don't got the strong male leadership in the house, there's nothing going to compare to that. Nothing's going to be able to compare to that. And even in my own life, being as though I got two sons. One is 21, and the other one is going to be 10, coming to 2023. And I learned just by the gap in their ages. I learned a lot just from my first son compared to my second son, and there was a lot of bumps and bruises going on, between that time period. So I recognized like the shortcomings of me always being there for both my sons, but the situation where you be there with them, and then it doesn't work out with the parents because you didn't really start with the proper foundation, because we didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's not an excuse, but you still bring a child into the world, and whatever consequences that, even though you ain't know no better, them consequences still gonna fall on those children. So that was the inspiration. After I seen like how compared to my older son compared to me growing, and the knowledge that I learned, how much of a better father that I became, I realized like, yeah, I can't just be out here for just my son. I want to be out there. I look into the eyes of all these kids, and I see the same thing. And I see it's not a bunch of dads. It's all moms bringing these kids out here. It's all moms bringing these kids out here. It's rarely dads out there on the field bringing their kids out there. So I just embraced it, and I felt like I was in the right place. And I just volunteered my services, and all the other men around, all the other coaches that was way more experiences, we built the camaraderie, and it was just like a brotherhood type situation. And I just been engulfed ever since. I met a lot of great brothers, and and that helped me become a stronger man. You got to be still sharp and still. You got to be around strong men and around people that's going to hold you accountable and inspire you. You might be slipping in a bunch of different areas, but you see your homie, and you know he's an honorable, commendable man. You see he got the same goals as you. He could be an inspiration to you, and he might not even know it. He can hold you accountable while him even saying that. So that's pretty much the reason why I'm so engulfed in it now. So being as though it's my second, my first full season was the following, this year, which is 2021. And I look at it like this is my opportunity to just reach the kids and use the organization that I'm under now, which is the North Philly Aztecs, and use that as a bridge to reach the children. And as I'm not out there to teach, not just to teach them football. I'm not out there for personal glory. I'm out there just to help them become better men. Whatever I can do to help them become better men. If I can just be some type of inspiration. If 5 years from now, a kid can come up to me, I see up from my peers that's out there. I see kids coming up. They coached 3 years ago, coming down, and they saying, "Yeah, what's up, coach?" I just want to be able to have that positive effect on these kids, and they come back and say that, "Yeah, I taught them something, and I was able to have an effect on their life when they didn't have no other strong male role model around them that was going to tell them something that's going to be beneficial to them." You know what I'm saying? So that is my inspiration. And if you watch our show, I look at myself as the person that's always going to be holding the show accountable. You know what I'm saying? Because anything I'm a part of is going to have the proper message. You know what I'm saying? And being as though we already like-minded, everything comes. They know all our cast mates. Well, I don't even know how to call it. What they call co-hosts. We all have expectations from each other. Yeah, we all have expectations from each other, and we all have roles that I value. I value a lot, and I play my lane. Like I ain't in this for no kind of glory, man. I'm not in it for that at all. But I'm here to help my brother out and make sure we putting the proper message out there, and that's what I'm about. We even got even with our co-host Cassie the self-care snob. She's just a dope person that I think very highly of, and she gives us that balance. You think about the name of the show, the Melvinaire Podcast, you think it was just a bunch of guys sitting around, just giving that one-sided perspective, but we want to be different. We don't want to have that type of stigma on us to where we one-sided, we biased. So I think us having Cass involved just solidifies us, because she has a strong head on her shoulders, and she's one of the examples that I think our young women need to follow. And so and I see all the great men always have great women around them. And I see how you got Miss Sunshine, Monet, how y'all have the similar energy. Like we have this, we could recognize great women. You know what I'm saying? So that's a skill. That's a skill.
I love that. I'm a mother of sons. I got 2 boys, 16 and 8, and their dad is present. That's all I got. Their dad is present. He tried his best, but it's just and it's just certain areas in their life. I know their dad is doing what he can do with what his knowledge, but it's room for more. Like when I think about my walk and where I'm at, and how I don't want my sons waiting until they in their 30s, almost pushing 40 to have this level of healing and self-awareness. Like I want y'all to try to get as much of it now as you can, while if there's people in your space to do that for you. So I love that you're doing it. That's beautiful. Thank you for that. Because our sons out here, they definitely need that energy. I've been trying to push my 16-year-old on some type of masculine energy because he can't be sitting up under me, my sister, and my mother all day. With my oldest son, his father is not physically present, and so he just sits up under us, and it's just like, bro, like, I love you, I don't want you to feel no type of way, but it is time for a man to come in and. Because, once upon a time in our culture, we had it like that. Like, whether it was a daughter or a son, the village would come in and take the child at the age of 12, 13 and have their rites of passage or whatever, because the parents couldn't do it. Because it's this certain type of relationship here where, oh, that's mom, that's dad, that's stepdad, it's like that kind of, tug of war in the house. Whereas if the village came in and was like, all right, we're going to take them in, I'm not mom and I'm not dad. So what's up? You know what I mean? Is that kind of, energy. And it's very important. It does take a village. Like no matter what, it does take a village. And I definitely see the impact of having masculine energy around him versus when it's not, and like, how he is like, you got to force him to do things or he's not going to do it, and it's things that he want to do. Once you tell him, like, he's with it, he's very mannerly and everything. It's just, you have to be that assertive energy. And unfortunately, I don't have assertive masculine energy around him, where someone will be like, oh, well, he didn't text me back, so whatever. Okay, pull up, come get him. Like, you know what? That's the type of energy I be on. Like, it's not up to him. He's 16. I'm telling you, come get him. So I'm still working on that in my area where I'm at. Just somebody come get. If anybody watching this, if you in Jersey, come get him.
No, that's so funny. Because I'm literally that person.
I keep getting kicked out of here.
I'm literally that person. I got a delay. Can y'all hear me? I got a delay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a delay on my end. But I was saying, you said that person that comes. Perfect. Let me see. Yeah, but I pick up like 5 to 6 kids. I'm that coach, picking up 5 or 6 kids before practice every day, every practice day, and then dropping them off after practice. You know what I'm saying? And just like you explained, you the coach. I'm the coach that's going to pull up. Oh, he said he's sick. Oh, he don't want to come out today. Oh, no, put him on the phone. Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him because I'm not going to let you tap out, man. Because if you allow them, they're going to do it because they're not used to that. They're not used to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just explain like
built off of that right there. That's
right.
why I said take your time and explain your story.
Yeah.
This
so
platform
it's like
is built off of that. You understand? Like this platform comes from a man who coached youth basketball for 2 decades.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It started off, refined in the dad coach type situation. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So when you said it was dad coach to go on through certification and all of that process,
mm-hmm.
I learned, like you know, whether they 5 or 50 on the football field, they 5 or they 50 on the basketball court, they're all 5 years old, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. It don't matter if they're 55 years old. You like, yes, sir. Yeah, you about to run laps, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, elder. You about to run these fucking laps. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how come he in the game and why did you take me? You had to go through all of that shit right there. And then the family, you had the family in there. We coming to see grandpa, or we coming to see, oh, my baby is the best on the team. Everybody's baby is the best.
Mm-hmm. I
got to make them a team. So I need you either to cooperate or shut your ass up and let me do what I do.
Exactly.
You understand? So I'm like, then I got to go to the children or the adult children, wherever age they are, and be like, hey, you want to go stay with your family over there on the sidelines? Or you want to play for this team?
Right.
You understand? Look, when I say remember the Titans, and Denzel said, when you leave this place, say goodbye to your daddy. When you get on that bus, son, I'm your daddy, Dean.
Mm-hmm.
He said, who's your daddy, Dean? Look, he looked at him. You see what I'm saying? Because he looked at him like, okay, my daddy told me you were subhuman. You about to get on this bus with me.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your daddy, Dean? you're my dad. You understand what I'm saying? Like in order for him to do what he loved to do, he had to go through that barrier. Now you know you were in a total control environment. You see what I'm saying? So this is where you build the team, and this is how the team was built to surpass the levels of the reality that they exist in. They're over here in that reality on that football team here.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's a different space. So those two team building concepts, if you don't introduce that into the thought stream, like you said, you're like, oh, they lax today. Oh, put them on the phone. You're not about to do what today? Coach, coach. The parents come to me was like, my son is moving fast. I can't get him. Like, he's moving fast. He's running around and blah, blah. Like, what did you do to him? Like, did you threaten him or whatever the case may be? Like, no. If I can't make a team in 2 practices, I'm not a coach. Who am I coaching? So between day 0 and day 1, it's hell. That's it. That's it. If you don't know what this is about and who you playing for and how you work with each other, blah, 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 and all that, I'm wasting my time. You're going to lose the majority of your games. You know what that does to the psyche? You can't teach real life concepts when you're losing. You see what I'm saying? So when you have a space of success, like you see what a win looks like, that's one thing. If somebody is better than you, if another team is better than you, that's one thing. But if you beat yourself, that's a whole other thing. So, like, how did we lose? What happened? You understand what I'm saying? Like, did you give everything that you possibly give? If you did all that, I got nothing to say. But if you know you was out there with that bullshit, we got everything to say. I ain't got everything to say. We got everything to say. And they're going to erupt. You know how it goes.
Hell
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But you have to build that in practice and put that practice into the game. Because the game of life is just like that.
Yep.
It's switched just like that. And it's a little easier on the court because I'm like, all right, the game changed just like this. This is what you're running for. The game changed like this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that. Do you have the stamina for when the game changes in the other direction? All right, you on offense, 2 seconds later, you on defense. You could be right back on offense. If you could outlast that other team, when that stamina break down, because they ain't been doing what you've been doing. If you remember who you out there on the basketball court for, who you out there on the football field for, this is like combat. I was in the Army for 17 years. If you know what and who you fighting for, you understand exactly what that is. And you in combat because you're in competition. And competition is one of the synonyms for war.
Bro, I was just about to bring that up. Like, that's one thing that I use the football as a vehicle for to do is to make our boys remain competitive. We got to keep that competitive spirit as men. If we could start them young with that competitive spirit and they could keep that throughout life, they're always gonna be advancing. They always gonna wanna conquer their next obstacle. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't mean to cut you off, but like we too much in sync, man. You're a Gemini too, right? You're a Gemini?
Yeah,
I'm a Gemini. Yeah. So yeah. It's May 27th.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's Lauren Hill, right?
Here.
Lauren Hill or
I think Lauren Hill. I believe Lauren Hill. I forgot. I know I looked it up before, but I can't recall now. But Lauren Hill sounds familiar.
I think Tracy McGrady is around that. You go look at
That's what it is. It's the Mercurians. Haha.
You can elaborate on that, please? I'm a student. I'm always a student.
Mercury is the planet that rules Gemini and Virgo.
I got a bunch of Virgos around me too. I got a son, my oldest son is Virgo. My daughter is a Virgo. I got an ex that's a Virgo. I got one of my big sister. She's a big cousin, but man, she's more like a sister. She's a Virgo. Like I got Virgos all around me.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo. I just been collecting Virgos left and right ever since I turned 30. I think I know like a good 40, 50 Virgos now.
Virgo's popular. Proud.
It's definitely a good time for there to be so many in this space, like between like just Mercury energy period. Like this is definitely like our time right now, always bringing in the intellect and, you know, the forward thinking and being about community with it. The Mercurian signs are the signs that do that.
You know who on the 27th?
I'll get into it. That was actually my son's due date. It was May 27th. I ended up having him on May 20th. So he just missed the Gemini mark. He is a Taurus.
On the cusp, the same day as Tucson Level 2.
Wow.
The 27th.
Interesting. I learn something new every day. That's cool. I like what y'all doing for the community though. That's love. I definitely appreciate what y'all doing for these boys because they definitely need that alignment and that mentality. Like I was I think it was like a few months ago when they were talking about like over in China they even like starting to provide like masculine courses or something like that just to like keep the gender norms going. And even though you know, people were outraged by the intentions behind it being like gender fueled or whatever, I thought that was amazing because, you know, it is important and it's important for like divine feminine schools to come back as well. Like, you know, we need to learn about our energy, and it's not about, you know, the 1950s definition of what a man and a woman is. It's like spiritually speaking, energetically speaking, like, you know, our energies do two totally different things. And yeah, we have a little bit of each in us. It's a spectrum to everything. I know some men that are very feminine, way more feminine than I am, but they're still men, you know, they still have a wife and kids. They still, you know, they still conduct themselves to a certain, you know, level with a certain mindset. And it's just like, you know, it's just like mindset is everything. Energy awareness is everything. And we do need to like be very intentional with the future that we're creating for our children and, you know, how we're contributing to it. I think that, you know, we really, on a whole, just in my observation of things, I've noticed that a lot of people got caught up in providing edification to other adults or even just debating other adults, you know, giving energy towards invisible haters or invisible spectators, just watching them for, you know, criticism and all that stuff like that. And it's like, you know, I think that's just such misguided, misdirected, wasted energy because we have all these children that are on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube all day long, being fed all this stuff that we're not creating. Like, I know so many, you know, great content creators and I'm like, okay, so like, is this something that I could like watch with my kids? Cause like me and my son, we have a book club on my page. We've been doing that for about 6 years. We read Metu Netter, the Science and Myth of Melanin, the Miseducation of the Black Man, you know, How Long to Black Future Month. Like, we reading books like that together. Whereas I would see other people like, you know, and I've even had people come to me like, oh, those are very, you know, those are very mature books. At that time, he was like 12, 13 years old, you know, for this young man. My son's 16 and he remembers those books. So now it's time for application and exercising of those things that, you know, those seeds I planted a while back, you know, now they're here. So it's like, yeah, maybe at that time it seemed like I was, you know, doing too much but he's 16 and he remember all that. And then that's also how we spend time together. You know, he likes to read, so we go to the library together. We got our book club together. You know, my youngest son, he just wants to be seen. He just want to be heard. So I try to do like little things with him. You know, I found some really dope, you know, Aboriginal owned board games and flashcards and stuff. But I think that, you know, it's cool for us to provide edification to each other and want to learn with each other and build. We really need to focus on these kids. And I feel like teenagers get a lot. You know, it's easy to do stuff for like 5 to 12-year-olds, but these teenagers to maybe like 22, they falling in the cracks. And it sucks because those are the ones that these rappers are rapping to. Those are the ones that's making all these TikTok dances, and they're getting milked by these social media platforms. That, you know, and they don't realize, like, you guys, this is the same thing that we're going through in our physical life. You're giving all your time and energy working on these plantations, but now we're working on these platforms, and it's literally the same thing. And we're bringing our children in it. I was laughing about this yesterday. Like, people are really bringing their children into this to the point where, like, they're creating Instagram pages for ultrasounds when the baby is born. Up into, like, you know, this whole child's life is being milked on this virtual plantation, and nobody's providing the proper edification. It's just like, I just need to be seen. We need to make this money. Da 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 da. And that's the same stuff. Like, I was brought on to Jaguar right today. Never heard of her before. Heard about her today. Was watching her video about how people was just giving their kids away to R. Kelly or this person or that person. And it's just like, yeah, it's the same stuff people doing on Instagram. You don't know who watching them Instagram videos and stuff like that. You know, I had to take like my kids' content off, you know, certain platforms, because, you know, it was periods of time I didn't realize what they were doing. They was walking in the rooms with the camera on and stuff like that. Like, wait a minute, time out. We gotta delete these pages, and y'all not responsible enough to have this stuff yet, because, you know, you don't know who's watching this. You don't know who's taking your child's effort. And with how advanced AI is right now, putting my child's face and body on some nut stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, and it sucks that you gotta think that way, but yeah, you gotta think that way. You have to think that way. And you know, so thank y'all for what y'all doing. Get these kids off these screens, man. We need more unification on pulling our children to something. I don't know, that's sort of where my mind has been, like the kids. Because it's a whole conglomerate working, trying to pick at our kids. Like, I remember when I was in that college age, you know, it was 2008 when I graduated. So it was like, oh, I could finally vote for Obama. Like, you know, you got politics eating at you because you're 18. You got, you know, everybody quick to treat you like an adult because you turned 18. You know, now you could do this, you could buy this, you could go there. You know, you got your social media telling you got these kids smoking vape boxes is weird. Like, it's just all this crazy stuff going on. Really, like, kids. College, the banks. I remember when I was in college, Wells Fargo was doing all that nut stuff. You know, I was talking about that earlier. Like, yeah, I fell for that Wells Fargo scam. They got me. They got my dad. You know, but yeah, everybody's targeting these kids. They're a conglomerate, you know. It's Hollywood, it's politics, is, you know, and they're different factions. You know, people are starting to open up their eyes now that they all shake hands together. But you see how diverse this unification is, and they're doing it for, you know, quote unquote evil. Now imagine if people like us unified in that way for our purpose, you know. And I look at their template, and instead of utilizing it to feel helpless or like, oh, we can't do nothing about it, because look how much power they have, it's actually empowering to see these humans who have the same energy I have, the same capabilities I have, come together and do this big, you know, ring of anything, no matter how evil it is. It's inspiring to me, because it just shows me like how much we could get done if we just moved a little different, moved a little bit more in unison.
Right. They operate off of code.
Exactly.
So that's why they're able to stay in power. And that's why we had to start operating off of code to counteract it. And so for people, one of the points you brought up is somebody saying the topics of the books that you read with your sons might be too much. nearly full of teachers is that as soon as the child starts answering questions, as soon as they answer a question, that's when they're ready to know. That's when they're ready to receive knowledge, pretty much. As soon as they start asking questions. So people say, yeah, well, what do you say to a child about white supremacy or racism? You say the same thing you say to an adult, because you know what I'm saying. Because if we're the victims due to the system, then how do you sugarcoat it? You know what I'm saying? We got to prepare our kids got to be prepared. They got to be the most advanced, prepared kids on the planet, because they the ones that's targeted the most. No, they the only ones targeted, actually.
That's right. By the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. So I just hear with what she was saying. There's a bunch of things that's very very relatable in there, and there was another point she made about parents. I value parents that allow me as a coach to coach their child and hold their child accountable in front of them, and not be offended about how me handling their child. Like I don't know how much coaches appreciate that. That's one of the things we have to as a coach, you have to cultivate those relationships with the parents. So I appreciate parents that's willing to give me their children and trust me with their children, and trust that I'm gonna teach them the right thing. And I'm just honored that I have parents that's very supportive of what I do, and they recognize and they appreciate what I do for them.
That's a family dynamic. That's a village you was talking about, Sunshine. You was like, it takes a village. It literally takes a village. In that space,
that's the village. The unification.
Right. You unify a village in that space. You see what I'm saying? Like I seen it from the parents who were standoffish and they had their arms folded, and it was like all they doing is just running. Before Coach Carter, it was me. When I see Coach Carter, I said, "Oh, okay, this is what this was going on with," because there's no way I could establish a basketball team and nobody knows each other's name. That's the first thing. So I'm like, okay, I pass everybody the ball. Say, introduce yourself and tell me whether or not you play basketball before. Organized sport. So they introduce themselves, and everybody's supposed to be listening, but nobody's listening. I know they're not listening. Because everybody's waiting for their turn to get the ball to talk about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You're not here by yourself. You're here with your team. So now it's like, oh, what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Betty, what's her name? All right. We're going to run until we know everybody's name. So what I'm looking for in that space is not for them to run. It's for them to get to know one another, to find a leader or leaders within them in that dynamic. So they're running, and I'm waiting to hear it because I hear it every season. Hey, everybody say your name. Hey, I'm such and such. Hey, I'm such and such. Hey, I'm such and such. That's it. I'm waiting for the person that says it or the person that say it. And then they're following them, because on the basketball court, I'm not there. I'm there at the beginning and I'm there on the timeout. So they're looking to their peers for leadership on the court, like they're looking for their peers for leadership on the field.
Mm-hmm.
So that dynamic, that doesn't happen. That AO don't work. You can call somebody out of a space. If they're afraid, you be like, yo, such and such. They'd be like, oh shit, okay, boom. You see what I'm saying? So they have to get out of that delusion. One of the The strongest clips I saw, the shorter brother was looking at the taller brother, and the taller brother was walking by. He had his head down. He did this to his chin.
Yeah, I love that video.
That's you on the court. That's coach on the court. That's coach on the football field. You see what I'm saying? That's mama out of the stands and in the game. Like, this is the positive reinforcement. He was like this. Whatever happened over there, that was over there. He did this to him, and then he looked up and he was ready. He was focused. He had to call his name. He had to do nothing. He just did that. Chin up. Get your head back in the game. I'm here for the team. I'm not here by myself. Whatever I did, that right there was that right there. Let's get back in this game. And I call it timeout to get it together. But it starts in practice. You don't get to the game and try to figure that out. That's in practice. That's in day 0 and day 1. Very rarely is day 2 for the practice. Because they're grueling space. Nobody touched the ball. Nobody. Don't touch that ball. You understand? Like, don't, you know, it's an inclination to pick up the ball and start wanting to shoot it.
Yeah, same thing on the football field.
No walking in the practice. No walking in the practice. Literally, like, no walking, not at all. I don't care what's going on. Oh, you walking? Oh, such and such is tired. Thank such and such for these laps right here. They're like, thank you, such and such. Thank you for the laps. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not to shame them or put that person out there in the front. It's like, okay, we're here as a team. Win as a team and we lose as a team. So if you can take the win, you can take the consequences that come with the losses and the consequences that come with the win. So when I seen that Coach Carter dynamic, I was like, oh shit. They made a movie about this? We do it in the trenches because you have to take individuals together, especially one of the detriments to a team building space is somebody who already has success already. If they can't come into a team dynamic and work in a team dynamic. Well, I made all my shots, coach.
Right.
Okay. So you play defense on these 5 people that's coming down. You by yourself. Let's go. I'm running you through the gambit now. Okay, no. All right. You can't get them in as a collective, individually. You play defense on one of them at a time. And they drug and they throw it all over the floor. You want to be a part of this team or you want to be an individual? Individuals got no place on the team. Who you out here for? The team, coach. Are you out here for your parents? No. You're out here for one another. So the dynamic changes from one space to another, depending on the emphasis that you put on in regards to real life. Your individual efforts contribute to the overall success of the team. I said you got a family, you got siblings, all of that. It gets real when you start breaking it down, when you take it from the basketball perspective to the life perspective. So how do you take this and put this in life? How do you take this off the football field and bring it in life? These are all dynamics that exist out here. And they facing things and they don't know who to trust. They got broken trust. You see what I'm saying? They got broken trust. We be going back and forth about the woman and the man and nothing about the children. We don't be telling our black children that they God. We be going back and forth between the black man is God, the black woman is God. What about the black children? What about them? If you God and she's God, then y'all giving birth to God when y'all come together. That's the only thing y'all can give birth to. So now, look at the center of powers, how they move, and they show you the God that you create as an expense, as a liability, not an asset. So if they can convince you that the God that you create when you come together is in liability, not an asset, what are you going to do? You're going to be looking to eliminate liabilities. So I literally got to go out from Monday to Friday in my community and deal with 50 to 150 children on a regular basis and feed them and reassure them, because most of them now are in spaces where there are foster children in their houses that yield assets, and them being natural born children in families where they're looked at as a liability because they're not associated with a check. Look at that. How do you coach that? How do you get close enough to them with that? I ain't got a basketball. I ain't got a football. I ain't got a soccer ball. I got them by their face. I have to look them in their eyes. You see what I'm saying? Sunshine, God, you was talking about the mirror with grown people. The grown people don't got that. So they don't have that for the children that they created. God creates and God destroys in the same breath. Because after we get out this equality space and into this God space, after that it's to build or destroy space. So God creates, so God destroys. What are you doing with what you think? How you see yourself, what you say, and what you do. That's a culture. And for them 4 aspects. So you're deciding what culture is going to live on after you are no longer physically here, with those instances right there. So if you don't see yourself in that space, everything that you create or bring into existence, either you build it or you destroy it. Either you nurture it or you neglect it. It's right there. So for these young men and women, I speak to them in a relatable fashion. But before I speak to them, I feed them. Before I speak to them, I feed them. My presence consistently and persistently with no budget. You understand? No funding. We got to find it where we get it. You understand? To do it, they know that from Monday to Friday, rain, sleet, hail, snow, I'm going to be there. We're going to be there. So that's the process we've been working on for long-term sustainability. How long can you do that? On your own, off the muscle. So that means that you got to put some situations in place for you to do that. That's not this. That's that. I can't come with my camera. You know, folks be like, oh, I bless such and such in this place and blah, blah, blah. These people are already exploited and destroyed. So I'm going to come with my camera and try to play the little Good Samaritan role? Come on, man. You just eroded the trust that you established over time for how many years already? And if you're not there one day, all of that other shit that you did don't mean nothing. Because they still got to live in it in real life. You come and visit Monday through Friday. They got to live in it with no days off. So these are all parts and aspects that go along with it where we deal with that. So it's not just coaching on the field. It's in preparation for life based off the small interactions that you have in your vocation.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
So we got like 5-10 minutes left, 5 minutes. And then we got to get out of here. We've been at it. So what y'all want to hit on? What y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to build on? Take the time to build on what y'all want to build on. And,
I'm just looking forward to many more opportunities. If you'll have me back on, building and chopping up with y'all, both of y'all, and just all the energy that we experienced tonight, and all the future people that you guys are going to introduce us to. So I'm just in a real humble place and a real honored to be a part of all of this, man. I look at it like this is a place this is like the family. This is a family. I value like people, like-minded people as I value family. And this, I think this family, though, that set of family that you choose is going to be this family that's going to allow you to reach your goals, and that's going to help you get to where you're going, where you want to go in life. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So I value all the experience.
Life is like the kundalini rising through the chakras, you know? You walk in your root chakra, you get your sacral chakra pleasure. You know, I think right now I'm in my space of my solar plexus, you know, just learning to walk in my power, you know? And the ultimate goal is to make it to the crown chakra, which is ascension. That's when you become like literally one with the universe. You no longer need this vessel anymore. It'll get to a point where this vessel starts to feel pointless and it starts to feel actually in the way. And that's when you know, like, all right, the time finna come for me. And it's something to be excited about. It's like a next level of life. I want to keep building on my podcast. You know, Virgo Virgin Talk has been so expounded on me. You know, I love to learn. So this year, learning about, you know, lineages and maps and all this stuff is like, you know, I love it. And, you know, I hope to keep just growing with Virgo Virgin Talk. And, you know, we actually want to get into exploration, which is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. But, you know, that I allowed people in my childhood to like talk down on me. Like, you can't do that. You're a black girl. Like, you can't do stuff like that. Why don't you go to school and do something practical? Like, be a CNA, like do something quick. So, you know, coming back to my inner child, you know, I've been asking for forgiveness and, you know, counting on my sins. All the times I let somebody tell her what she couldn't do, what she couldn't, you know, where she couldn't go and how she couldn't act and stuff. And, you know, I'm getting her trust back. And, you know, in that space, I find myself in better places, you know, doing the podcast, you know, meeting people, being friendly again, learning to trust again to build that village I need, you know, around me and my sons. And I'm very appreciative. I want to make more music. Being in this position right now, you know, these last couple months, really having to sit still and really deal with my feelings. Cause, you know, I would always not hide my feelings. I still was working on myself, but I was working a lot. Like, you know, I got to heal this person. I got to go to this event. I got to perform here. I got to make jewelry for this person. I got to do consultation for this one over here. Like, you know, I was doing all of that instead of being still when I should have been still. So I've been using this stillness to really write some dope affirmations, you know, to keep myself going, you know, asking myself for forgiveness, you know, learning how to shed those people, places, and things that's not good for me. And it's a lot of people, places, and things I was holding on to with white knuckles. You hear me? Like, never would have thought. Like, I became the person I became because I thought you was coming with me. What? And it's like, oh, you became the person you became because this is what you're supposed to become. Has nothing to do with these people around you. You know, everything around you is extra. And it's like, I gotta move in that certain level of self-centeredness. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm in my solar plexus phase of my life right now where I'm really learning my power. I thought I had power before. Woo! You know, like, it's like, oh, really? Like, I got all of that. I could do that. I could be here. I could, you know, the world is mine. So I really just want to keep expanding on my music, on my knowledge with these podcasts, you know, homeschooling my sons, you know, learning how to privatize myself and walking in that walk with a little bit more like power, empowerment, you know, really exercising my knowledge. Like you said before, like, you know, knowledge is power. That exercising the knowledge is, whew, that's different. That's different. And it's dope that I've had the power. The knowledge I've had has put me on beautiful platforms and pedestals. And, you know, I really got a lot of people looking to me for healing and consultations and all that stuff. And I love that, you know, at the same token, it's some exercising that I got to start doing for me so that I can grow myself. And that's what I really look forward to, because at this moment, I have no idea what's going to happen. And I love planning. Like, I got control issues. I plan every detail, like, you know, and me being in this position right now, I couldn't plan nothing. Like I have my to-do list still, but I really trained my mind. Like if I don't get this whole to-do list done today, then it's just not going to happen. And you're going to be okay. And you're going to go to sleep just fine. And it's going to be okay. Like, you know, really unraveling that, being super hard on myself and being so meticulous and everything got to go according to my plan, you know, and I always have good intentions with my plan, but it's not just about me. You know, the universe is bigger than me, and the universe got bigger plans, and the universe is so vast that it sees a big picture that I have no idea, you know, what the real picture is. So I got to sit back and be quiet sometimes. And that's where I'm at right now. And it's empowering. It's empowering to know that this big energy that's still working in your favor if you put your feet up and rest sometimes.
Yep.
It's like the more I learn, the more I want to get away from this capitalism, this economic system. I want to get away from this country. Like, you know, I know a lot of people be like, oh, well, if we infiltrate the politics or infiltrate this or da-da-da-da-da, we can make it better. And it's like, I don't believe that, because historically speaking, when you speak about like, and I'm talking about, you know, I don't know what letters to put it in, the U.S. I'm talking about the U.S. You know, when you get into like the things that was around the U.S. around that year, 1775, 1776, it was a lot of evil stuff going on, a lot of evil stuff being created. Like the concept of race was created in 1775. That's when they started doing racial separations. And then 1776, you come up with America, you know, that's when they started separating the slaves from color, skin tone. You know, we had European slaves. They was out here in chains with the rest of us, but we wasn't out here getting, you know, fed the alligators and having all this witchcraft stuff done to us in the middle of city halls and stuff. Like that wasn't happening, but now it is, because these people are like heavily into their ritualistic stuff, and they still got us doing it. Like we eat all these dead animals. You eat a big ass dead bird on Thanksgiving, you know, and you think about what's happening in the cosmos around that time. You're supposed to be fasting, and you putting a whole bunch of dead stuff in your body and giving praises to the people that created this evil stuff to begin with. Same thing with Halloween. That's another ritual that they do. You know, the veil is thin and y'all dressing up like demons and serial killers, Chucky and Jason and stuff. Y'all think that's cool. That's not cool. That's who y'all chose to dress up as. Russian ancestors. Like, that's not our ancestor. Y'all letting that man in y'all house? Y'all really do your actual ancestors get the same energy? Do you have pictures of your ancestors on your lawn? Do you get a whole bunch of lights that's the same color? You know, do you have a big ass tree in your house and honor your ancestors? Do you let it, you know, leave out milk and cookies for your ancestors? No, then you shouldn't be doing it for this random white man. It's not where it's at, especially not during the winter solstice. And then wait till the day after the winter solstice and the veil is closed to start Kwanzaa. Like, that's so weird to me. Like, why wouldn't you do Kwanzaa in the middle of, like, during the solstice? That's the time where you're supposed to be manifesting these things, manifesting collective economics, manifesting unity and all these different things, and giving and learning how to, you know, connect with one another and stuff. That's when we're supposed to be speaking those things into existence. It's by design. It starts on December 26th. Don't be fooled. The way the cosmos and energy is set up, they like, oh, the veil is closed now. We done. Now y'all can have y'all shit. Y'all did all of our rituals and stuff. Like, and then turn around and get drunk a few days later. You know, everybody getting drunk tomorrow. Like, it's just people not paying attention. Oh my God, it makes my soul itch. But we gotta, like, I can't with this country. I can't with it. I'm not a fan. I want out. The more I learn, the more I want out. That's just where I'm at. 2023, get me out of here. I want out.
That's what he was saying. They get out. He was like, get out.
Yes, get out.
Yeah, he said, why is he dressed like this? You see what I'm saying? Like, there was little subtle undertones that was there. He was like, I recognized them. He was like this. He's like, nah, when he came at me, I know this dude. This dude from Brooklyn. Why is he dressed like this? You see what I'm saying? Like, so this moniker in regards to this reinvention, this imposter syndrome, this identity in crisis, this identity crisis. So we got 1 minute. Final thoughts. Final thoughts, Sunshine. Final thoughts, Billy Ray. Let folks know how to get with you, how to support you, and how to link with you if they want to collaborate.
Okay, Billy Ray Valentine, Brickyard, Philadelphia. Melvin Air Podcast. I want to shout out Rome the Plug, Cast, Self Care Snob, and DJ Bruce Wayne. Those are my co-hosts. You can reach me at Billy Ray Valentine Facebook, Billy Ray Valentine _B1 on Instagram, DProgram78 on Twitter. You can reach me on any of those platforms.
Bet. I'm Sunshine Monet L. You can find me everywhere, Less Nobodies. You could type in LESNOBODIES on Instagram, Less Nobody's Business LLC. You can Google me, my Google business page. You can contact me through that way. My website is lessnobodiescollection.com. Lessnobodiescollection.com is where the majority of my content is at. You can find my blogs, my books, my vlogs, my book club, my music. More of my music catalog is up there than anywhere else, but my music, Less Mantras, is on all streaming platforms, so you can find that out here. Also, if you go on Less Nobodies on my YouTube page, you'll find my music up there as well. I make positive affirmation music as well as juju music. I'm also an energy awareness coach. I do one-on-one sessions, and I also do group sessions for, like, you know, team building, village building, temple building, everything in between. 2023, I'm gonna have a full certification course for energy awareness. I'm very excited about. I've been over here silently building, and I just want to continue to heal. So any spaces y'all see where, you know, my energy is needed, I'm open, you know, for the collaborations and assisting in any way that I can.
That's what's up. Definitely gonna reach out. Definitely.
Please.
She got it right there. Okay. So we out of here, y'all.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Take care.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. That in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that. No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get
And
back
that
to
motive
the
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.